Abusuafo yɛma mo nyinaa mo good evening ne akwaba ɛwɔ jaso dwumadie ɛso live on OK 101.7 FM so and our live also your partner radio stations awuro baby nti from Ship House ɛwɔ Abeka Junction or your broadcast all the way ɛkɔ UK abrochimem wɔ Naspa radio your broadcast call Belgium and France through Adamfopa Media and your broadcasting New Jersey with New Jersey radio Kings Jersey Radio with New Jersey approach memo. Yes, our live. Our High Live Radio, DC, Maryland, Baltimore, Virginia. Any idea? Me got you FM so picky a live or cooking to me. Tiamo akwaba. Jasu ni. From a vim lady a fair pokia and then so dear. Professor Mills, I breast on a cocoa the terminology biba say hairs must roll and hairs will roll because any a very Dumsor no asem. Whether can you do no. Ye Dumsor anase nye Dumsor e was aban otumi ba clean na o kire ye de ekoso no cause ye ntumi ntina Ghana na internet you dum na eyi kane edum na obi anhye da nkire ye de ekoso say ye dum siesie ye nye nkrasa kroma ye nye nkrasa nti say ye dum so you have to let us know say ye dum so that the was ye no na ya ye ho ensem animu ya and ye be hwe other issues well that running mate asema ba Professor Jenna no pokwadma say make us say President Mahama so on who the MPP is going to present. We don't know who the MPP is going to present. In fact, running mate who send Semia and come Captain Smart to cock and say on the conspiracy theory no on Oboni Trimo John Kuma and he didn't quack fan same baby agenda back on Captain send it to say and no fan same baby about or the aquako ye so or fire ye nyina say yen krama no me I can't speak for chairman general no more maka but me the krama na magia tum dada me temageo temani ashama musa enti komtina ni ashama e wan ye namtino krama ni ade bia be fa ne but me preliminary comment one of which is mini abema captains well can say obi ayen krama I know say ye bufuo e na ode kan sa me minim say ye bufuo e na ode kan sa na me say obi an fire Captain Smart me nko a metimi afaya no ye wi a bebom sa na yete ye nyina from adom fm besi be yi a sa na yete in fact Captain Smart call yi a friend saying angel o si chinchina efi abesene ko ono a na be fa me na wa wo hwa obi a wo so ye krama wo hwa wo ko ba bi a wo so mra TV3 you kra wo kokra wo si mini wachi ama wo no boss ma frɛ me a ni te mini aba nana ya abrefo ekọ a obo away nti minim say abufo nti me I never will take grudge enye masem enye ade a me de be hye me mu no baby a me feel say Captain Smart or ya kotufa I said Dr. Kwaku Otimi onye me boss but papa ye tua wo kada anye ye wa adom kra wo ye say ko angel 2 years now nkoye this man was paying you Dr. Kwaku Otimi nti so ukotena na ukopim Dr. Kwaku Otimi kutia say na me de me boss bi ankotena baby ni oba bi ankoda garage da na me de obi ankoye cocaine da masa o etro ewiase na ete no obi nhira enam obi so and captain knows asem we make me bu ne be onim obi nhira enam obi so enti Dr. Kwaku Otimi anya hwe kra wo captain otaduane am wadi ko ni pay na oje over 2 years me over pim na kutia sa why mistake uko Pentecost they make Captain Smart no ono otebe na mi bu no nanase wrong what coseti agenda who need evidence akoseti agenda no pascal na obi busa ho kashe na ya expose wa obuafu we enya de konsuo na ebo ahina na no MP defia mekpo NDC MP wo back fire asamoja say asamoja nkra ko join MPP na or suspect say go no kra asamoja say no World Cup 2010 no because no MPP ni na NDC for na tisunti e no yes sir Tama ye nyina di anu gu no so then na defia mekpo ye as the honorable man that he is Osio me sorry asamojan we dey make no wa fache that's how captain you should have done ye nyina ye mistake da why ye mistake so oh sorry asem van asem ko we dey chinchina agenda then na nipa wo say ye friend say obi na poison jonkuma fe dey ye che wo a wo say oba no kra oti awaye jonkuma ye no kwa suspect no afa dey anya poison jonkuma otamale biem ye ne yire no you see what say ade doesn't add up you see that it doesn't add up. There are 3 main questions that Mibusa Amini Abema Captains. Number 1, video obidi poison good jonkuma eduanimo. Or even photo Or even CCTV camera footage, or even any evidence, autopsy report, alternative one. No. Did you check before you went on there? No. Did you verify before you went on there? No. Do you know Panga said neya ye kaso the enfance and from afaso, but still issue near relevant. And neya crano. Captain Smart or video say obi the drug a EFS a John Kumed Eddie Anima. Kakas or better now because be a dog. He would have produced it. And it said, yeah, sorry, can see whoever is against the union of these two people, you speak up now or forever hold your peace. And the captain or video or there or alternative medical reporter, speak up now or forever hold your peace. Who need evidence? No, it doesn't matter how many years I've friends here, cry. Oh, friends here, cry, Masayacho, agenda now set ye. There are major issues I do internet bloggers in Abbey and boy and friends, bongo ideas to say. So on one cost I say Achino said they own a passion. They are shown give us the evidence that showed that somebody came to your house to arrest you. And I am a big to be on a freedom of speech, that free and your freedom of speech need not just say you can bully people. Captain, sometimes you're bullying and cyber bullying. Because what bag can't has him, obisi me no nya adwene. Mache madwene say masa wonye doctor wo ye autopsy. You don't do ABCD until say oh my dogs. That is cyberbullying. You are bullying everybody to believe that a poison when it is not, or when you have not produced any tangible evidence to show that indeed a poison. So what I say, enti say obi abeka a. I don't know A, but when you wait, a B, no, you produce evidence. You don't go around and insult people that will be a chairman general on your no chairman general history now. Chairman general creating legendary iconic role now we're playing over 30 years in the media space. Captain to me yet, but you make Captain Smart or Yeminio precupe. When you want it, share your cosa. I dear actually a some boom. We share me. Yes, she have just young conda. Yeah, you didn't correct. You're correct. Your conto casa, TMC. Say, Naya, Captain Evidence, and call the abba. And can't go throw be a dog. The chairman general, a media space women. What the advance of the chair crowd, so be by and chair. By infant say, the chairman general, no. Dear Kwakua Tia, what funk of 4 Juma many years, and can only oketecheni or beaver for Nanya, and not the only Nanya. How is it that the CEO for now do matem? Why? Only workers Nanya. Into I don't see CEO for now could do matem. It's not right. And what they all what be careful, Captain? Yes, careful. Me have him lady me na minu ban or send be a ban am do a chi. But once we mistake, me also that fire and fire just differences in position. It doesn't mean I'm empower him. I love you to the moon and back. But the fire and the fire. This one you were wrong. Men throw be a dog, be a and I want to be the cocaine, and I want on you because that or garage. Still, you are what the human is such a chill. What can back poison to me for evidence? Be a maba, says here. Once I call for Frabas, so be no be a video brand here. And Obi smoky and sana wako studio. Obi smoky and smoking a crime. Smoking here is smoking a crime. Once upon a time, Ghana, another one of the biggest tobacco companies, British American Tobacco. Now, Ghana. Obi smoky, I say a crime. Omo shikran and I'm crying. Giomo. Who's Obi smoky and sana wako studio? Now, the Obi and sana wako studio, there for you. Now, so there we are on Pemune. Atopana ubune obi aka wanzem obi 18 years nti obi akọ garage no ne baby akotu akobu atopana te nipa ne nyemo na ato a why should that be my business and omo ye titi homu bu nkofo to kragu nkra so mo na mo omo kra ya shemra kra president on sign nti focus on the issue ni bi ni se bi ni dumso yi ye wo dumso government is not giving us proper a year first saying explanation say Dumsor. Inti abai obeba be jatum say Dumsor. Mama terminologies be say dumsiesie and ahwan and a dumsiesie. We don't like grammar. Enya about brofo and enya about terminologies and enya about slogan. Issue na e wo hono. What is the issue? Yedum kaniano and yeso. Yedum kaniano and yeso. Is it capacity issue? Is it a first a transmission issue? A distribution issue? And abai you must for weeks. for several weeks. Yet he had the piano, mechanic, Ministry of Energy, more agency department. What can be brewo? You and one is a mood deny the thing. Come and explain to people. Come in. Now yeah, internet to go. Yes, I buy explain it. I didn't have America. Internet no quite to go in every America. About a couple of weeks ago, America. Several people who saw mom use to AT&T in Verizon. It took several hours. Man in America for the mom start like that. Into a tick back normal or switch it to alternative. It took several hours. And can be see what America said several hours. Nanka a tick up. Now no, even Facebook went down 2 weeks ago. Facebook it was down. Facebook, Instagram. A data issue. No. There's a whole global issue. Say a third world war never on technology, any digitization crap. Something is happening in the air. These are the things that media for you in Kosio. By any media for the Chiaquanity, I'm bloggers in that's what the Chiaquano. And then Obia Bonecrania Cocan say, a friends away there, freedom of expression. Freedom of expression, just a better agenda. Nedin drop poison, none poison. Freedom of expression, let's say, but Brahon never say a show, a Brian Chewo. Freedom, America, the young Crawford, they would deal with you. Obe them defamation, ya betcho. Your cocoa near pet a Sikano Gooswa. And about say yes, oh boka pa. Defamation laws a year big in America. You call Europe because it's big over there. Germany, they have very watertight laws. Many Frederick Shifton Foundation, you call Germany to study their press freedom laws. For about 3 weeks, we were in Germany studying their laws. Germany now, the captain, no idea, any bongo ideas, no one me. Germany, and the law will crack the whip. Germany, because of a Holocaust, Nazi for one year, they have specific laws. Even diversity, how content. Now, laws, no even press laws, no. When this way, Joe lines is the fruit, Ghana, because of your history, politicians, they want to suppress the press, you know. Bibiki to every and then we all run towards over where it's attack on the media. Attack on the media. They are attack on the media and it's a blatantly. To say hey, you call NHIS, you are Adam FM. NHIS a time. Subscribe to delay so I won't register more. Oh, yeah, Bahoni Babe Busam. So I don't uncle for delay. That is an attack on press freedom. Because Obianko di Obiatem, Obianko seti agenda, Obianko Tietiemu, Obianko Bully Obi. She said, small boy, why I know Nana Bana more wedding attempt, as a moja wedding attempt, one wedding attempt, and match or move baby already or matem, and to the extent of first lady Odia Conoso. I'm out there war traffic. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Huh? Seriously? Say Oba Besia first lady Nimpon. What's your cognac? So I never cry. What woman no one to a man, you're not to a baby. Your first lady near your president in here. Usumpo on a Jew levy. Usumpo as grass or Bejakodi. Would you dinner? Now, I didn't know what a Mahama cried or no abre. President Biaba do Biatem. But to extend to say, President Nana Wako Dinasi and Twabamano. So on your TSS, Biaba Nina collateral damage. Atem the end is Yayama part of your politics. But you know, baby, she has not contested, she has not bargained for this kind of job. Or baby, or do you know, the error in Nanisa or worry obi. Now on the day or celebrating the I mean, how is insensitive that is. But me blame it akrano. Yeah, media for any traditional media nanka sometimes we ought to know better no and then yenaya to agum. Assemble we don't take time to verify. And go be a sema or bloggers near the auto. Mammy China Minty a piece of him. Mammy China Minty a Joy FM answer. Mammy China Minty okay FM answer. And I'm in your show, so I'm the anime who say it true. But then nobody's waiting for traditional media because when you name himself concern on the never better. And I don't blame media and also sometimes they can't hear look. He has to do it to respond to more Ghana for it. We can't even blame Captain too much. We cannot blame Captain too much. And I make us a captain and I no can no beat ni shoes money and only okay the champs or more personal battle be or more fighted here. So I know the ancient and family who be other. But even before Captain Crabber radio, my captain no you didn't feel Kumasi or buy and Obeto me wakra. You didn't feel Kumasi or buy now I don't was already a big station. Now what the level of peace from you okay FM dada. But if you can be your icon, Chairman General, Abeku Santana came to Adum FM when 3K crani enibi. Station Ankasani and Shuatwa my a boo transmitter no. Ne yes 1K and any do pretty. Yet Abeku Santana saw the vision from Kumasi as a member. And Abeku tutu ne near men every Kumasi no buy. And Abeku is the one you bet me so icon cry because Nani Ankasame so kadeng. Blueprint na radio stations ye nyina de adwuma ye bo morning show ye mid morning ye news area ye drive time anwuma. This is the blueprint from Samuel Atamensa City FM boss e kono so nka say amini abema captain ba na e na me de na de ma ye me shoes to be kobu say the shoes that Samuel Atamensa she the shoes of Samuel Atamensa Sames he created the blueprint format na radio station be use will be a morning show mid morning afternoon news there. That is Sames blueprint. Sames with Charles Mensamo. These are the people who started it. Sammy and Tommy and enforcing money at the the people who are icons who paved the way. I mean nebi obi abank almost on saying Abeku Santana joining at the say na 1K ne operate. Na station no kwa machine nentu agbono October bi nsuo kese to na ebu ye machines ani ye doom station no ani ye share that yes oh ye rebrand ye boa na ye machines ebu. I'm telling you the truth today. Abeku kra no ni wo ye de Abeku ba adum 2003 Abeku ne be change it drive time format because our blueprint na make us Sames and the different Joy FM ma stations na aka ni nyina obi aka cover ye te adum from multimedia te na Groove FM na ye toye Groove FM na kwasitum to and no dane na Adom FM. Abeku change drive time because those days no na 50 bands captain cry who 50 bands mumpo. These are the icons. These are the people who have said that omo set the standard 50 bands. Na 50 bands me even before 50 bands there was a gentleman say oh Kingdom FM 50 Pratt. And I am muno 50 Pratt. Those days you go school no. Now a high life show drive time. The jingle about 50 Pratt to highlight video beer. Hey, people have created a yo. Now Kokuba Koni Arun attack because of media work. They went to jail. Omograman Kasome creative blueprint. Oma living shoes are too big for people to wear. Masa you steady. But did he? Me chairman general, I'm not even qualified to lace his shoes. That's how much I respect the man. I'm not even qualified to lace his shoe. Nankampesa but despite my baby despite I say Yami Pengu. Empowerment. No say ko e first e kwaku oten makaseti ano. Onye me boss. But papa no workers out na me no captain me no me enu kra baba shop. Baba shop kra ye me Me business e bia me ye o kona. Ni nya egu. Nti ye say me ye investment ye stocks. Ye nya abutiro. To bia wo bibi kra no ato bo ahye da ye say you because Bible no kan say ahombrase na Nyankopɔ be pagyaw. So what you say? O say the obesom no, the person o kese o mahini enu onye no want to say akola. People have created history or media space we mo nam say Abeku Santana. Oba ya ono Abeku they started say ye program. You started with 30 minutes high life straight. 30 minutes high life straight. Abeku nye dede. He's not talking oh. Abeku is not talking. Gentleman, onam baby. Yeah, but 30 minutes high life straight. Abeku na this blueprint Ebakra. Abeku created the standard all the way to 6 years non-stop. He was the reigning champion. Drive time in Accra. Drive time in Accra. That is history. Captain Obayana Adomne Kutan level dada. A Koba JC no a set standard dada. A Koba JC kona morning show kwatraka. Na ye 27 point something %. It was the second biggest morning show in Accra after Chairman General. A Koba JC. Before a crop JC kona Adakabre from Pomasu, Ozioma, Obelechuku, Adakabre from Pomasu has sustained Adom. It became number 1 at a point, even beating Chairman General on the tracker on some days and some months. Come on, at the tracker, no. And the people have created history. Budgety for the morning show, budgety for day, because people have done things. I say mo make nyina mo bia nka se me di na tem me ka te me se o ye me nua o ye me chocho mucho me dono from the moon and back ba me kroya na o ya me so me kire magine say the ono fire no sa na nyina fire e ye the same level tu ba dom ne ekuta ye numbers dada dom was broke a station okuta abeku ba ni listeners bi ane temafo na ewe no. But he came to take the Adum FM national and global. That's abeku. Or you can't be away creating history. Yes, him. Said the chairman general buy or the and chairman general so beto a year first a year or he need to. But he took it to another level to sustain it over 2 decades. One bet him creating our history way. Masa, I if which no amount of backing will change history. No amount of NTNTMU will change history. This is the history. Krana mabana mudi atemu mpese mbetie. Ba me de ameka. Obi ni ma obi ye nyina ye sinte su kokko obi enu mo ni ejati fita. Ye nyina betimi aba be fire na ye kona we kan we aka, but sometimes no ye say oh ye dey gentle. Abotre. I'm saying this from a place of love because me nua be ma no odim se me don no. But say obeba na ba be didi nkofo atem na de yi otikwaku otin. Hey, papa you will be a factory of over 1,000 workers. Abusi ani be na afa workers ah. On say kwame despa we workers our for mo. Men mo nyamfo say even nkofo atin third parties ko hwe free. Dodo was saying, hey, now ba be cassette ano. Why? Because we had the omedi watem on meka on chesa onye who did nothing. That attack was just it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. Ehun ya. Nti ano wa meka no a me nkasa. Me de odi matem say me ya ayi dog wa me ya dog me gitum. If you are about that me gitum. Na de nya correct me gitum. Even before you think you say it no I am ajatum. But this in penifo ni monyamfo, including chairman general ane ade nyina. No. It's going too far. You are going too far. Because if I not go far get or baby, how is that even affecting issue? No, the issue at stake is that Obi Osi are poisoning Obi. Did you check? No. Did you have evidence at the time of going on a no? Did you verify before you went on a no? As we speak today, do you still have evidence? No. Do you still have an alternative a medical report or autopsy report that shows that he died out of poison? No. Now saying I know Nekrafono or ye fake apostle is immaterial. Issue no don't dance around it. Men more be again koya ne sent tokwana from na to akeka. Because enye tokwana fno wo boxing ring man. Ye bo boxing say ye do ya na onye kick boxing. So stick to tokwano. There's a format. And tokwani ye say. And it's a way no fno wa. I don't know ko udo na bem. Produce the blows. Boxing. It to produce the blows. That is it. Strictly by the game. And game no media for you shooting rules of evidence. Where is the evidence? Where is the verification? Did you verify? Oh, na bosses, you know. You see, I can't be a once a man, go be a once a but it's immaterial because they are not involved in this issue. They are not a party. What is the standing in this matter? Standing is saying, say no crab daddy. Into one no cry now video, and our CCTV footage, yes. And on this date, so and so, on this date, so and so, there was a meeting between Asuma Senior Benting and that. And there was this chemical then, and we have this autopsy report. We have even the paramedical records from say journalists they can buy information. Yeah, now so paramedical report be. And the doctor now no gan kotobi. So the officer Ghana krana o mato doctors na dey and koto dey all Germany ni brother say the medical report all Germany ni nipa no yare say jai abotre why na history ne omo ye legend o media dey yo bebre me see Abeku Santana kan Mami Doc no those days one of the biggest shows in Accra was Mami Doc no show bi e wo a friend saying South Station Kramre Findi events cry. Oh, Choice FM. Your friend Odoni Asumbe, it was the biggest show. Mami Doc can bring the whole Accra to a standstill. And they be na hill. There are legends who have paved the way. People went to jail. Disclose you saw something there, they went to jail. Then there will be so and they are saying colano. Any answer bloggers. Media for the answer. And now the video be to a year first say Instagram. A champ on all account. See media for stop destroying your countries. Because the country no country broke, country no broke. We are there inside. Ghana, what they compare Nigeria, Ghana can heaven. But yes, are they answerable to us? Yes. They said Dumsor Data. Are they answerable to us? Yes. Sikana mo jeje ya no mo de then yes, they are answerable to us. Ebi ni edi coach ya S Gracia no. But Ghana for na nkasa na make na don't even blame captain. Because Ghana for ya subu ye hene said the Bible kan ye no. Ye information ye about your taxes. Okay, way issues about Ghana security according to elections. Issue about security say boy you was say or than baby ni abe picking. If that is indeed the case, then security is an issue. Security is indeed an issue. Then who are we questioning? IGP, police. Can you give us security assurance to say this is not something that is state operation that you have investigated, you got to the bottom of it, say, and you nipa bonifobi no makoyasa. Yet Tianum say this week Chinese for omiya galam say ya chu omukra di oma kodina court. Ya check Chinese galam say for edi oma kodina court na police for who ought to know better. Omo kwa so oma koji bribe o se dey oma kodina court aka kire judge say China for ne ya che Ghana for ne Chinese for together. Omo timi akoka che court say China for ne eche omo no omo wu am ye cremate omo but ni Ghana need your na begina court on the corruption. Ya can corruption and ye kwa politicians for nko ade. A brand be police ni and yet this weekend no Chinese in the Friday that them what is a whole police investigator. Oh yeah, investigation. What a suspect, including who near Ghana ni any China near. Oh China ni there. So what whatever from the Chinese. What media kukudro abegina court. Akachire judge say Ghana for one there omotiase. Omo di ombe face law no. But China for one the omo wu yes to anya omo body ni once akachire court to say omo wu me yase omo ya cremate omo. Therefore it means that the Chinese can go. Nturi Ghana ndi yen face no wa abro. This is the corruption we talk about. I know my father-in-law can story be actually me about Ghana ni. I saw Ghana for omujina he Methodist you want why or to him books so and the amount Methodist sorry. What can now one Methodist one anka say inflate books no. Omu kwa fa so omunya wo 10 million 1,000 Ghana cedis 20 books. Obi a odi otini be bia what snow. Akokra wa bre titi the snow ekoye adwuma se me di we se be boa Nyankopon adwuma enti ma me nto Methodist hymn books na me donate ma me church Methodist for workers na ye Ghana for me no mienu Ghana for omo ho no omo is omo nto books ni ma no books ni 200 Ghana cedis omo say 300 Ghana cedis omo gia mo nya ho 1,000 Ghana cedis emfaso Methodist workers. Na yaka corruption na yako blame politicians ya na yako politics we say onipa we watchna no odi minister watchna no odi na ka so betisa abro no we yetirim in America say me I don't blame Ghana for them pensem e fa your taxes on and you can buy your road this week nipa 20 one accident one bloody accident nipa 20 road safety issue about TV so kra no wachim ukope concert one year can and na makoye no to na apatie kwasi asem kwa ase nipa no na ahwe no na ato aduane mandi. These are the things we are more interested in. Ya konto about 2024 elections 2020 elections ama nipa poli 8 yewu Ghana for koye discussion about nipa ewu election there be or did it any party and I say and me party there and I say are you serious? Politicians seem fully here because it's not important to us. My heart bleeds for Sadia no. Me kuma me for Ghana for those things. Issue say here yen is never important to us. Never important to us. Yaji e-levy so far how much e-levy ni aje? How much na wasi idea o mine adwuma? How much na wasi idea o money ye? When MP auto abama no constituency is the MP answerable to you? How is the MP answering questions? Niamo baya or castle obeye or ye mu half, why ye mu quarter? MP co parliament issues be no raising. Nah, we are not interested. We are not interested. Galamse issues, and ye interested. Ya koto abe areas are Galamse issues ni no two gains here buying. The same way 2016 areas are near Galamse area no two tier NDC are buying because under President Mahama or seti Galamse tax force. Yera some sapon former KM boss na dano. Galamse tax force no set up ninti. No Ghana for any say per money and poor money ye Ghana for nankasa. Yem per money ye. Ye Ghana for yem per money ye. And licensure exams to cry area politics. Licensure exams.
abra brochire nurse yo the end RN why omu nyina atro board exams ye yempe me wa dey regulation. Imagine say doctor be hwe hospital now doctor ne so no pass first dentistry council omo yi anka abema doctor na pai o doctor nka paracetamol kra no de ma wa wonom but yet there for some reason we decide to make licensure exams board exams so yeah there politics then so we are say pa brocha ko and then Ghana university what the letter university transcript to kwa koma university bia wa brocha abrocha for so from London to EFS to Germany to America to obiaso onje or say koma external evaluators evaluate with transcript na sana wajo because omunim say ade na ye betena se asua na ye nsua be kwa koto certificate they know omache abro ni bi no unua beji sika di no wono aye fake certificate yama and embassies ni no mahu what the letter call na fake omo nka nchire but they know say e fake they know say e fake yeah no issues here nka this is the time ke bu say your politicians no and they say about where you ko say adane boshe NDC shabo MPP shabo nobody is even questioning say sika no benya no he what is the structure what is the system how are you going to sustain it the last time MPP abanka so omo ye napco me ko kan napco ho asem de omo di matam nam ti bo me na me de me famo atwea apu ene kampu apu su bio na napco no nye sustainable now say sustainable asem dem timba bi ye behwe ene ne ye hu ya na napco na edan agu and then Kofosika will come NAPCO. Government has not been able to pay NAPCO people. When we said it, we say, yeah, agenda me NDC. Yeah, agenda me NDC. Ade actually a kokan. Yes, yeah, agenda me MPP. NAPCO, diani. These are the questions. I was here, Busa. Mahama so be 24 hours. Sikani ya kofane he. Already, yeah, sika kra wa IMF ne World Bank. Ma almost say gay bill ya. Yeah, Mahama ya ni. Nana do most of pass gay bill. Almost say yeah, almost my yes, I think it's 2.8 billion. Almost found my yen. Almost found my yen. But we are there promising. And I then voters now who ought to know better, who ought to start questioning. Where are we going to get the money to fund all these promises? Yeah, there's IO on your bonds. Hey, Mama or Shabo. Yeah, Mama so be or Shabo. Hey, Baumia or yet digital. Scanaway. Scanaway near the digital. The digital cannot operate in vacuum. It must operate in something. Yes, therefore, almost started so much training for in IT 20 years ago. And India phone call for training 20 years ago. No money school. No mabeji America for you my year. Maka no mugu India. No the remote jobs. $1 India. India, but American dollars. Oh, then do we have a plan? Because about Miata Digital. Do we have a plan like that? Yeah, our plan is for school now. I started a training and ran 10 one in digitization. Where's the school? Where's the plan? What courses? What programs? What certification? Because I brought train American jobs now, they look at certification. To we teacher in a control and exercise and also control. But America, who try like exercise and better than control America. Because certificate, a diploma now, Kuta University, nobody cares about you to teacher training college. Nobody cares. Yeah, university, they crowd, they call brochure, evaluation, external evaluation, magic. Yeah, what is the plan? Bosha mama, we will create jobs, we will create the and the Busa plan. How are you going to fund it? Sikani economy, even with E-levy, no cry resources, revenue are gonna and route. E-levy, no cry included. And taxes because the taxes now your politics. America around this time will be filing the taxes. Oh my word, keke. Omo filing tax you no matter home for so. Obi 20,000. Obi 13,000, Obi 14,000. These are the things I was you push up and say, yeah, but you know, I'm tax it, because Abana Kakra no crap manager. Abana Casa, just why you wound this kind of your coaches, Grasha. And the young Casa, and guys, Gasha, Kenya campaign message you. For 32 years, people have topped S Gasha and never made it a campaign issue. Because the people who change the S Gasha are the beneficiaries. Me you need Esga. In fact, Ghana Okada for owns almost net, Omunibi. And the pan for owns almost net, Omunibi. Hairdressers almost net, Omunibi. Wow, Baba shop or snake, Unibi. And now you put your na snake for because of the new pension law no de buy no. Or my arrangements say what we want kasa wadwuma kra betete kakra to na fa your pension. Nke bi ni ho. And so your politicians what Ghana NDC MPP 32 years they have all collected, enjoyed, benefited from S-Gratia. In fact, not even one single bloody one of them has returned their S-Gratia. No, no, metrum. Let them issue a written commitment signed by everybody. See a metrum. Okay, they are done. Could address and they interested in your party slogan. That's what we are interested in. Issues near Bekan Wasem no Dumsor number 1. Can you hear Dum no? Government must tell us. Dumsor and Dum CSA. In any case, Dum CSA and the crowd, we don't even want to hear what is happening. Why is it a capacity issue? Is it a transmission issue? Because you are going to election, we must understand these issues. So that by our assessment, we are full say, we can vote accordingly. This is election. You must not vote because you're NDC. You must not vote because you're MPP. Vote because of minor system structures is serving you. Vote because you have seen an improvement or you have seen a decline in your life. And that's what the voting. Don't vote because you're TTM. According to 200 Ghana, yeah, better 4 years to come versus 200 Ghana and nobody. 4 years to come versus 200 Ghana obedi. We are not serious, eh? You're serious. Monsieur, my way, you're serious. The people know. You the Ghana, almost 10 million. That's my baby at them. And you to know that I'm TikTok, social media, and I'm at them. Yeah, quite thinking. One can move you so much cocoa and penny for over 40 and 40 years you can be home. And Kola only 80 or Munka, you to no Kuano. Nipa to about Ghana, Munkuano, Moya almost 10 million. Mona would determine your Baka Jubilee. Mona would determine your Baka Jubilee. What the Adania Temdi will be your movie. Yeah, oh, your man on you E11. Oh, your man has it changed upon collecting your E11. Senaya Nanadu su E11 on the Befu plane at Nemo Quaba. Said Yamoya Mukamuso Jado play Munyamunam Kanyamio. One am can one pone coca okuye to black and minister be coca a MPB coca parliament. Senanadu sisi can what the charter plane. Does it change? Atem did now did know? Will it change anything? This is the difference between young animal Caucasians and how they do their politics. How they do their politics. Or more no. And Donald Trump, vice president, your friend Pence. Yes, so I'm there endorsing Donald Trump, but you know. I don't know endorse no say the policy near the end yet. I didn't done it. Anybody who tries to usurp America Constitution or and therefore all endorse Ghana be anye. Nka Professor Jenano Pokwa Mabeka so endorse Mahama. Sankwa and I say why na po and I say do to mana why Mbeka say oh endorse ba omi akwa. This is the blind politics we do in Ghana. So why MPP near the MPP be bia was so supported. Why NDC near the NDC be bia was so supported. How? America for na your constitution omudia you do omudia no be share your constitution. Vice president Donald Trump nyina ye adwuma na ye the vice or say me endorse papa no because I dream e dan itimi adwemone. O person o say your constitution it be endorse no. This is obi endi na temo. America obi endi na tem beka o Ghana he. Beka o bia na me nua be ma Captain Smart. What can say wo nua no journalist for? And I dey be Americans why is it that journalists no. Majority of your job is to critique. Yeah, especially political analysis, even business analysis, entertainment analysis. We are critics. No, be critics. Yeah, person will be criticized here. How is that okay? The same thing, you blaming politicians, hey, okay, man no mwofu. And then journalists for no, you can't answer man here them. The moment you insult when somebody expresses a different opinion from you, I just say you have lost the argument because you will no longer have anything to argue. Until the other answer at them just to shut the person up. That's what the cyber bullies do. You do at Tamani, I can't be a back command and on your face. Now, when a mama, none what and tell me none who fee. We are back ready, so we are show. And I say, and I on your face, and I wait Jimmy, and I would say, near can, I assume near the night, near Kumu nah. You move your own Kumu Susum. The other can be a don't worry. We must focus on the issues. In say hunu na ye di no. Yenjai ni enko issues no so niema ebeboa ma oman akoda nim. Na oman no there are issues at stake. There are issues at stake. Meti ana na make us ye import and go. Chewing gum cry 6.8 million chewing gum imported. These are issues out here the mama to deal with. Ye import and go. I be okede no. Akabana ye wongo factory okede and kenche. Politician be can be now fast checking the pen and the bofu. Now no kuje to black akokan and the binyo to forcing. Also Unilever factory be a temoma relocated because of Dumsor Data. Yes, no correct. Meme tetama. Unilever factory no relocate. They relocated it in 2019, 2015. 2015. Oh, fast checking the pen. You best man call for you me do at them. Yeah. You make that be a mona mo Ghana for mona mo ble youth no. Mo amudi at them mona mo ble. 10 years from today. What is your life? Social security. Me your social security over 20 years. Me started saying social security. Now more 19 years. Over 20 years with your social security. Make me retire. Issues. What you palo your kada so and sana what did so be at them. Issues are ye busa mamo. You are not thinking about it. Ye me yanko for yanko. When just you be okay 101.7 FM. You can call me any names. You can insult me. Media. I'm used to it. Me okay. Anyway, me okay. But it won't change the issues we are discussing. It made the link about ubetimi join us what chira what june. Ubetimi fire me, ubetimi me guess na me ma wan attack you bia. Momo so mo be chira imagine. They even do me a favor say obi wa very busy, but they choose to join and share their views. Into amodi home to me be attack, but me na me tia ubetimi attack me we free. Ebi ubetimi send message be attack we free. You are at liberty to do anything. Ye chira ya adwin. Evidence be wo afabra. Okay, sending message. Okay, and yet we are no. Elections, baby. Sana mo beye. And now where you say, and about me, and I know about me video, baby. So about me, I was drunk. Onipa brea mu. Na mama dear, and okuta cap, and mama bibi wom, and answer wom, and sabene wom. Mama no to no, they be no sign us. Warm water, and no warm water. That's why I do money. Want to make political capital in mama, and son a woman, and son a woman in Sana Eliga. One on sa. Abrocho mo campaign Obama no me adom ko campaign to me ko gina bubra omo yi omo no manum cheers efekeke yan kwa de adwem boni holier than thou ye be ka obi de eso de ye wo dem apio ni apetachi enka ye kroya ye be complain na ma flags nsa na wom ye kroya ne enom keba show alafia bites hwan bites kakai bites mam kakra bites hwan bites hani hwan ye nim lime ne hwan ye de mixing na enso ko kama hama asem enka onum bia ye boni onum bia ye boni Paul kran kan Bible mu o ka che Timothy so ye funu ni ti nom kakra o ye funu ni ti nom kakra o be nom anom onom aye wasem twice. So be no any crime. Said the captain can say, and obi go studio cry no smoking as smoking any crime. Smoking any crime. Focus on issue no. Mahama so obey your mind here. What is the issue that he's raising? Eto asuma fa tomano. Ba omia say digitization. Issue no eto asuma tomano. Issue no. Sa no mo politics wa abroche ti no mo ko mani no. Obi an change abroche obi busy. Ghana so ni one of the problem no adwuma ni wo enti nipa de obeya nso obedi atem o man bi adwuma wo mu no bi ni adage no akodi atem na wo adage na akọ social media akọ kata plenty Ghana fo ni bebre wa broche na bebre di atem no kra bebre no obe ore bi o fie enti o extra time because who need time one just say what the smallest time you get you want to sleep now what time I go did obi atem who go di obi atem na obi di aye na adwuma se me de me di atem. I mean, how is that even a job? How is that a job for you? How is that? A juma ni hontra. Now, kasi ye pe juma na KSC factory. So one day one if you bank cash or the higher tax, yo, a bank so the higher tax. Now go find a 1 day I have gonna anye. Oh yeah, now I don't know. Couldn't tell me one more the one if you one have no back. Hey, Ghana for the area be you. Mama cash or yeah, a friend or yeah, Dumsor power badge in the mama free akonya so say and power badge na na some Ghana no. Power badge is not the buyer no. power no near the near even airport ya ma see or the yan tax money. Ghana for yan sick or this year. All can not the coy. Near one yan quiet to coin. I don't want cranny edit and Nigeria from what Nigeria and Nigeria. Make you can see one a Ghana now. Assassin. Yen focus yen focus we have na ko ye nyini ye be ko mum nantia no na mba be di ade na se madwiri ni nyina ya atemdidie blind politics, failing to look at the issues. Politicians will continue to take you people for granted. Yeah, they are fair adwene da ye huru nyansa no ye start this year adwuma kwan se kra na de ato once the near de ato once the near de ato ntia ye wo bibi wo ye chi ayenim se ye ho kye be fa na wo wuti okada udi atem. Uchi okada o. Okada is so high risk. You can die at any time. But them? You should be asking about how are we going to make sure so our life insurance or even accident insurance. Be a we be who process here better. This one better na UTV. What's when you see news you mbeti mi abo ami ana munya lala su lala mame. And then na me de kidney for any example no. And then dialysis kro bi benya sika kra ko dialysis. Just was su UTV say ye man kakra ansa na wenye bi. Dialysis is not even covered by NHIS, but we are there insulting you to know. Yare, we are blind, we are not serious. Issues when in here. Ye nyina once upon a time ye dey ye be koda hospital. Bed na obedaso. These are the issues you should be thinking about. We are brand here where the 20 and then 20 something to start to be fagel. Get ni bi obenye mo be koda kolebu enya beda. These are the issues we must focus on. Enye eyezu eyeza eshi rado no. Focus on issues. We ye me entire me ho. We ye obi entire obi ahụ. Politicians on more no we okay o. O ma hwe mo mawie. Omo hwe omo makra no. Omo twa nkola no school fees out to 20 years. They are not omo nya mobo. Me ne woni ye mobo. Omo nya mobo. Keke ka bobo de hwe. Insurance cry ye need be for musicians. Insurance ye need be for musicians. That's why musicians be abai obi a support party for no agene kakra wa kodi. But the ref is a obedi 100,000 Ghana cedi, which is 1 billion OCDs. Obedi the neck ebesa. Insurance ma wuni no. By the time I obedi that is even ye begine drua. Now we need be na for TV so near happy for fun. These are the issues we must focus on. And I ask Atawale onye de but to de be no call no cancer de no. Issue base. And then America say equal pay a big issue America. And then a man and mine they have lost equal pay. And then Ghana, you will make 74 cry law by a nyajuma. Issue a fire when I fire didn't call. Week last year, yeah, Parliament sorry. On my pass ya by 4 law crowd of Parliament. I by unim so into unim. Ya pass ya by 4 law crowd of Parliament. I was suffer him no bed TV so ebo bibe ya was suffer no crab chanamu akodem. Was suffer no. We don't know all these laws. We don't know all these laws. Your affirmative action bill near there where that Parliament. And so you to me a kora free to a mobile yet to me ko jina ho extending na nimpon or say one way. Nay di channel na binum air supported this in kwasi same way. What they are walk or first lady muampoa hey. Kosha France Macron was soon go for crom say na where your man wadani oba o si wo Macron si wo America France democracy France. Yeah, dear. Obi ko ya de na was say na tian pe freedom of speech. Say freedom of speech into me kan kwa asem bia wo pe. Law no ho. The law is there. Na entwe wo so a. Wo be for say we okay. There be mia wo bolo no you see say law wo ho. That law no be mia wo bolo no be say yeah law e wo ho. Mama, good evening, biom. Jasu jumedie na yo. Okay, 101.7 FM, High Live Radio. Adamfupa Media, Migachu FM, ne Kings Jersey Radio, ne Naspa FM. And you're live no. Yera kojopoku. O kan aban no ho. Oye aban no energy for nkofo no mpanifo ni bi. Into wa ha. Yeba pese obetire mu yera David Agbe so ye security expert. Ono so betire mu. Yera kojopoku mama, good evening.
Minya fiana am say ora fi min ka ban ho misrew na me koka ban ho
na onye spokesperson
no me pacho me just a chairman for Baumia Manifesto Committee min ka ban ho obi o ka ban ho obi a owo dibia ewo government mu me ni dibia bia o government mu
uko jina presidential dibilim say o ka ho by extension
o da bi me said dibia me no kasa me kasa ya na aban ene amanyoko no ensusu ye wom Media
There is.
kotene
There is.
manyo
Yeah.
media kotene manyo koni but me nka me ni aban mu.
Okay. Into party, MPP party, the oka home, but I buy it.
Oh yes,
No.
and no there and no sense na make us say when it comes to energy and petroleum, I mean I'm here chairman of the manifesto committee.
Okay. Into what energy we? Mami Musa said the air cost can you mudundum no then of course a doom so another day.
Mim say can you dundum there but said yeah na mpempi no bi aka no dum so e twi say you dum kan ya na so a opeso friend dum so abetwa friend dum so na yeah na mpempi na kontra ya na me pese me de beba conversation mo ne say yeah na ukoka pe na akofa amanyosem aba because mpempi no bo say ubitumi ye whole show na nipa me no kontokwa ye ne so dum so ye ne dum so call ye dum so ba ye yeah na ama enkomo no aye polarized kakra. So I like to stay away from that conversation. I think, look, Obia Yahweh said there are challenges in the system. For me, I think it dates back about 6 weeks. And I am say I gidi gidi kakra. Some time back, in Wapku for I know it was for just for 2 days. Wapku for anya emza bindo moka echa omo pipe mu. But I don't know 2 days per and almost saw it. But yeba New Year, you did when you buy. Last year, 2 major plants eco maintenance, which is Tapco and Tico. About 620 megawatts. Core maintenance, to me I'm bad because there were some issues with their machines. I think in the January ending, and end gas. Nigerian gas for Ebeka Ghana for so yearly maintenance also year. Intina Akoba say yinya gas free Nigeria bano. Inti there was a limited supply of gas in the country for generation. Inti draw yumrea government ne planning nanka maintenance ne be 3 weeks. But I think that the maintenance went on longer than the 3 weeks now until last week Monday yana. Omo maintenance no end here. Inti Oshe urban anemia now the light outage is not like before. Still, we still have some maintenance. Amandi plant, which also started working not long ago, and also Enya Fort Kakra 200 megawatts, and also you're down. And in all, what they infidie any machines here, Juma, there's a certain level of unpredictability. Eba. It's just a matter of say Ebema Ghana for ase de ekoso. Na ya na impempi obeti say yenwan mo ndi so msu na buy niska na nka buy oska nko beto diesel no beto we. Ya na bibia mbisem cheche ma Ghana for ase say si yedum kanea ana say yebeka kire say yebedum kanea. You have an option. So we pro ho akwakoto diesel ana LCO, which is like crude oil. But no, when you buy data, but who say you can't buy a koto expensive fuel. Yeah, no, see Piaka. Inti ya koto towa in the next window, no, you remember PURC for the account tariff. Inti say the prudent government led by His Excellency Nadu Adankwa Akufo-Addo say, look, we know a short term, maybe 2 days, 2 weeks, 1 week. Me and pray a home cofer a how be meto Ghana for so. Busumi etwa mu ada Roma PURC for at electricity so kakra by 6% for those that uses anything upwards of 300 the 300 kilowatt band till electricity to 6%. Because most of the indicators are coming down. The inflation is coming down. The currency is stable. In the last couple of weeks, I think I put some hokakra, but relatively stable. If those things no stay, then in going forward, we'll still see the prices of electricity come down further. What everybody is striving for in Ghana is reliable, stable, and affordable electricity, which is what I think Ghanaians deserve.
Okay, but it's here I go book. They say the my say maintenance na cost Dumsor na experience and say.
Oh yeah, multiple maintenance, but you see, there are 2 sets of outages in Ghana. There have always been these localized problems. I'm saying no, Nancy, I Papa Mohammed do big muno. Oh, it couldn't baby be almost transformers are overloaded. and ECG a call round and who say a crooning yini and yes a dime for fraud and abem. In the last 3 months, heat wave be a bad Ghana no who by pie, you know. Right now, Ghana who into air condition is no longer a luxury. In some places, it's becoming a bit of a necessity. Microwave is no longer becoming a luxury. Most people, microwaves are becoming, you know, any be a no, nipa tonic akrano. Then all these things, no, is the lot of demand on your power. Ghana is a pro and a nipa bia started growing into electric vehicle. Electric vehicle is becoming a thing in Ghana, whereby there are vehicles and then motor that are now electric. All these advancements, you know, is putting a lot of pressure on the electricity in certain areas, and those things, you know, are what I will call the localized problems. So the localized problems are there. And I've always advised, say no bar, you do mukania pay. The first thing I saw you say, also free ECG for customer service line no 0302 611 611. Fresh our number na no busa. O me catch you say, oh, there be ABI engineers for about and I say ABI problem no your nationwide in do mukania. They will tell you. So,
yeah,
but people should
call. Shouldn't they be proactive? Say, can you do me? Yeah, they know they have a monitoring system. Omunim say area where we're off and say you localize the crowd immediately. Now one no dispatch information.
The SCADA system now work no, and your baby and the SCADA system. Some areas have the SCADA system, some areas don't. And to say, oh, and your baby and the SCADA so there be. Your baby some areas are on the SCADA. Recently, in the Tamale area and in the northern region area, NETCO has built a brand new SCADA. And in that area is when light goes off at the central system will know so but in most parts of the southern part, you know, baby was SCADA so baby is SCADA so it's the most important thing, the prudent thing for every person to do is say, Okania call offer. One, Professor or creditor. Two, or creditor, there's our free ECG for Abusom Patrol, Mechania. Edum, edintina mechania edum. Let me my hands do me say you do mechania a load shed na bibi said you do mechania.
Okay. At least one me said this is the issue. But in terms of planning, because you see, the reason why I deal with a slightly political issue, you say, him doing so main one by under President Mama. Because I'm not saying I want to be no me and kola when President Kufuor time no ABC, you know. I'm going to cover strategic reserve plant by Wekubo time. So they don't really know, you know. The one that they know that they've experienced here, Mahama time, Nana Dumsor Bano. And they know how more MPP for you made somewhat a political capital out of it. See, it would Dumsor because it was prolonged and on a course for about 2 years. And in when someone can now more be I Dumsor and I'm person you are dancing around the issue. It's me busa this issue in terms of planning, because issue are already a very important issue. Say it be a localized near there, but say a more planning. And I'm say party, I'm say you have the men. Meaning say one so we are one of the men, our energy expert. So give them your party was using you. And I'm planning estimated usage of electricity. Ghana population first a mobile power no 2016. They knew be at 30 million. And they are 32. Definitely electricity demand no, will go to 32 as well. And the plan is we will need this amount to coincide with the usage, no percentage now air banwa. So we shouldn't have this kind of problem. So what kind of planning is going on?
We shouldn't plan any there. You see, there is a conversation that everybody is dancing around. And and resolve our problem now, it will forever come to hurt us. Is who pays for the excess capacity? You see, what is uncommon over and over excess capacity? 2017, there was a lot of excess capacity, about 2,500 and over excess capacity. At that time, no, not a binary contract. I had an say, oh, na mobile, most excess capacity, nobody said excess capacity is a bad thing. MPP has always explained excess capacity to say nipa pika say na mobile, and in explaining what we have used Ghanaians' money for, no, say these are the monies that we have paid. There were power that was contracted that was not using but had to be paid for. Now, as a nation, no, we grow by about 250 megawatts every year. 250 megawatts. Not 250 megawatts. That's roughly, right? In Timbanzas, over 2,500 crowds, 7 years, you've used almost over 1,700. Okay, leaving you with about just 800 of the SS you left, the SS you came to meet. Now, share in 2017 exercise, there were some plans that were asked to come on later, like the Amandis, the early powers, and all those ones were meant to come on later. Now, as not air say the planning means say also be home. MPP are buying assign AXA, another 300 megawatts to be situated in Kumasi. Okay, I'm assembly I'm refused to make a throw. Almost a Mary plant na home by assembly brain. The Mary Beko Kumasi. Until now, no, the Mary plant is being relocated to Kumasi. Until now, no, in our generation mix, no, there's no Mary. No, in the coming weeks, no, it will be fired up, or maybe construction in BBR, they will fire it in Kumasi. Until planning it there, obey. But the point is, I'll give you an example. There's a company called Early Power. Early Power was signed in 2013. By now, Osanka Early Power, as I speak to you now, Early Power is still not working. Test running. There be test running, no machine in your problem. Emma, sign G4 assign the machines for Fraba. Now Osanka running on LPG. But I think that they changed the fuel source and now going to run on natural gas. But those are some of the things that can happen when you've planned and it doesn't go according to plan. So plan it the obey, but like I said, electrical and mechanical issues, no, you can't always be up to the point. But Mr. Tiakasa say we should have this conversation. The conversation is excess capacity. You better now you use up all the excess capacity at your work. Now you're contracting more, which takes 2 to 3 years. That means within that time, you can't so. Or Ghana for better say every time you be contracted about 1,000 megawatts excess capacity. And Ghanaians admit say we will factor that excess capacity into our tariffs and we'll pay a little bit more. You are paying a little, it's like the insurance you were talking about. So we need to pay for that insurance. We need to pay for that power security. Okay? If we don't want to pay, then that's fine. Then I don't know, 2 years, no, but the comfort of always having excess power to grow into a but down for this so no 3 years no or mami ko jumba no atata dia bre no be hye no na 6 years for there o kan wa mi so jai obegina shem na se dey bia the tade hojo either we want to nyini or you better the ne ho pepepe ya boska ne akoto foforo. That is the conversation we need to have as a country. Okay, but I think the best way forward is for us to pay a little bit more towards the security of having an excess capacity of about 1,000 megawatts all the time. So we can enjoy uninterrupted power around the years.
Professor Mr. Agbe a security expert or no it's very difficult to have this conversation. We must have this conversation because electricity asema baba is so political because of said American the more catch the money and NDC for say we must have a conversation NDC time one count.
No, but maybe I've been very consistent too. I'm the only one in the middle. During Muhammad's time, I said this issue was technical. MPP opposition, MPP said there be financial. At that time, the NDC agreed with me that it was technical. Now that the MPP is in power and the NDC is in opposition, the NDC is saying that it's financial. I, Kojopoku, I'm saying that it's technical. The MPP in power is agreeing with me that it's technical. I have always maintained that these power outages is not about money. You see, at time asem toa me no our program so I'm say within a short beginning no na o mic and I say obi bi enye adwuma say o plug o mic na ma. At that time, you can have all the money in your pocket, but at that time, the problem is technical. It's not about money.
It's technical, yeah.
Right? At that instant, within the 5-10 minutes, program, it was not about money. Because if it was about money, OKFM or FIA can go out and probably buy the new equipment. But in that instant, it's technical. And not when we keep pushing that narrative, say, oh, it's technical, it's financial, it's financial. All your phones are not sure there.
But another issue, which is one I'm person with Mr. Agbe for camera and bra from the which is the issue around year election year no obi esuro na no internet born and he say na mo obi aye machine. What is the guarantee say you're going into a very major election like this one? So can you ask me will not be an issue? Say you better abandon na yenkodum kan ya na ade.
Oh, I honestly think say look, we are very experienced, prudent, very minded people in this country. Everybody who is worth their salt and understand the politics of Ghana knows that in an election year, the last thing you want is power outages. It's a fact. Nobody wants that. And everybody, over the weekend, the president was up till 2 a.m. in Peduase with his team, looking at the way that the planning, where it went wrong and how come we are where we are. And they almost Jubilee House. Everybody is worried. And because it's mechanical and it's technical, you need to take your time and basically get them to come online. Yes, you make the monies available, you get the engineers to work, you buy the parts, but you just have to wait for it to be fixed. I don't think everybody is of the illusion if the power crisis goes on in the year, it's going to create a very big problem towards the election. But it's not going to happen. I can assure you, we are on top of it.
Okay. Well, it's because man, you're on top there is going to be an issue. But since you are on Baumia's committee, Baumian also as a person, does he have a plan to stop this Dumsor?
Of course, I mean, and that is my job.
Does he have a plan like that?
We have, yes. Oh, when we launch our manifesto, I'm sure my committee we've sat 3 times. We have a meeting tomorrow.
Mr. Agbe, be a microphone because I'm so okay. Our microphone was off. Mr. Agbe, your point.
Is that your ultimate can?
Me talk about microphone. Oh, camera and the city. I don't know if you. Oh, baby, I'm
yeah, I ain't hear my voice. So no, you ain't hear my voice. Me say, a presidential candidate, Madam Fukojo Poku, they say there. Or your presidential candidate managed in a way I was say a canon semefa electricity. Me kai said those days, a lot of discussions on these energy issues on Joy. Now the commentary and now the observations on the energy sector no are sharply different from now.
Oh, so
me kai pass at that time, no the argument I know yet during NDC administration. No. He was always talking about the fact that NDC4 cancer ne generation problem during Mohammed's time. Omo can say ne insuo no anase dam no awia ma atofom. Metie minua Kwadwo Poku presidential candidate ye. Ne na asem anu wo kan no. No emphasize no one shemu kana say ne generation problem but in semua that time na minua no ka kase pa ye say a financial problem. Metie ni ye papa because
I bet to differ. My brother, I think you are confusing me with somebody else. You are confusing me with somebody else. I have never ever. How can my dear boss? Fine. That's my brother. You can go.
Doctor, I mean
everything I have said.
On mines energy. The same issue echo see Parliamentary Select Committee. May presentations on Parliamentary Select Committee on Mines and Energy in 2014, 2016, best 4 times. That time, issues are no more can say, and yet generation problem. Name mom no, na ye financial problem. And na
Nasa, I wasn't in parliament.
Na-
Mini parliament. Parliament. How do I come in? I'm not in parliament.
But he was there.
Those days, commentary, na menewo, any amount for, Antane, Bemboachinum, it was several media platforms. No? It was more like, say, na ye disputed the fact, say, na and this is for no kind of say, a generational problem, name no, and your financial problem.
My brother, please, I will not accept that assertion. Look, every interview I have done is on internet. If you can pull up an internet video, every interview from 2013 to today, every interview, PM Express, hot issues, every interview I have done is on the internet. If you can pull up one video that says that I am saying, say, financial, I will give up. But I'm telling you, I have never ever. How can I say that? Look, when President Mahama brought Ameri, I'm one of the few people who backed President Mahama for bringing Ameri, because at that time, it was something that will come in a short time to solve the generational issue. I have never ever. And you see, look, I'm mindful of what I say. I'm very sound when I say some of these things, because I go back and always play my videos. I have never ever said it's financial. But look, I was making a point. It was a capacity issue. It was a capacity issue. Look, at that time, let me tell you something. In 2014, when this problem started, and you see, you can even ask Aisha Ibrahim of Joy FM.
Aisha,
2012, me and Aisha. My brother, please let me land, please. Let me land. When these problems started. No, but I am going off for you to come, because I have to go somewhere. You can have all the time in the world, my brother. Please, you can have all the time. I'm not here to banter with you. I'm just giving an information, Mr. In 2012, 2013, the total installed capacity on paper was about 1,800, right? But at that time, most of the machines that do on paper, most of them were not working. The demand at the time,
excess capacity in energy situation and also energy stock. A moment you say okay, say your excess capacity. We are energy analyst. You can say excess capacity. Nature say your patch say adene a door so chain. Near say you we are energy analyst and answer near here. Unim power say your tone power at the Burkina Faso. Abidjan for any other neighboring countries. Into who patch them say you will excess capacity. Send you now canoa. Into you mean tone those power no and farm any of the neighboring countries. Ni generate enough revenue. Chance said they be a better energy capacity.
Mr. When you ask, is that a question that you want me to answer for you?
No.
Okay, so let me now me patcho mami you know. You see, you can only sell power that is affordable. The fact that you have the power doesn't mean somebody will buy the power at a very expensive price. Okay. Two, when MDC Pacho, you've asked a question, let me explain to you. The power that was contracted in 2015, 2014, 2013 were very expensive power. Three, the gas, the ENI gas, at the time, when the ENI gas came in, it came in at $8 at MMBT per MMBTU. Okay. Now, nobody, yes, very expensive gas, $8 per MMBTU. When you now add boss, please let me explain, me Pacho. I'm not here to argue with you, me Pacho. When you do the gas,
I think NDC time no crime Kaya was arguing said not because emergency.
When the gas was very expensive, the gas was very expensive. The PPAs, the power purchase agreements were very expensive. So when you add a capacity charge and the fuel charge now, nobody will buy that power. How are you going to sell that power to Cotonou or Benin or Burkina when it's a very expensive power? When you say export, yes, but we have a contract. As we speak, there's an export market. Okay. We have a contract.
All right, I'm saying data
And
na I'm say
most of what we sell is through VRA. We give them their Kosomo because you cannot sell. My dear,
but
you can't sell you incense. You can't sell it. So because Obi say power or na tonwa. Yes, we have over 2,000 excess capacity, but that 2,000 capacity, it was about 12 cents to 14 cents. One hour no. Today we have an export market.
What happened to it? I think that's the essence of the Okan. What happened
Yes,
to it?
but that is what I am saying. Say we have grown. Many who didn't go make a child say you better excess in 2017. Me de obia or 3 years or my mekoton at 6 years man no. We have grown at 250 megawatts a year. 7 years on, there's no excess capacity anymore. But in 2017 there was excess capacity. In 2018 there was excess capacity. In 2019 there was excess capacity, but today there's no excess capacity because you are growing at 250 megawatts every year.
Party for and how much electricity have they added to the existing electricity on Beto, which was
generation.
How much on Omaka in Omadiaka generation capacity?
Oma generate account
from 2017 to date.
2017,
about 1,800 megawatts. About 1,800 megawatts.
And Omadiaka.
Yes. I can list them for I can list them for you.
Yeah, because I am aware that this time there was I think about 30-something thousand that we had.
Okay, so let me make this. Okay, hold on. Let me explain this way.
Energy Commission
you see,
publishing
when there's a question asked that
1,800 has been generated.
I'm going to verify it right now.
Okay, so can I ask a question?
Me want access to internet.
But who access to internet? I'm the one in government. I'm telling you something. I tell him who access to internet. Internet,
energy generation from Kwame Nkrumah time, ABC, Mohammed's time.
No, yeah, matter. That is a complete matter. Stop. You see, mention number be out no and for NDC propaganda and Kawasem. Mami indicate you Kakampacho. Bear with me. But I'm saying he shouldn't use the NDC propaganda because
I think they said we have the
NDC for higher timetable. NDC for higher table.
And I said we have the same knowledge in the sector. You cannot teach me about what happened. ABF, Dr. Baumia, you can teach him, but you cannot teach me. Maybe one can't simple for me, but I can teach him in a classroom. Maybe I want that strength and capacity to teach me as far as the energy sector is concerned.
That is fine. I have never said that.
Oh no, yeah,
but Minka said me patrol. Minka said me to match our dear. The immediate match only say a very simple tip. There's a question that we need to ask. You see, when people say MPP for power BR and can one, are you saying agreement I sign another power that's been added to the great post 2017? What are we asking? Agreement I sign. Another power to the great after 2017. What?
Power to the great. Power to the great.
Okay, fine. So, okay, power to the great. If you are power to the great,
yes.
Power to the great. Okay. So let me now explain to you the power to the great. Amandi. We've added Amandi. Now, Asogli phase 2. AXA during the NDC time was a EPA. MPP now came to make it a PPA. Okay. Send power.
Did it change the capacity when it became a PPA?
No, sir. The capacity is there, but when you now saying what has been added, what you add when you now have the capacity there, no. When NDC buy, MPP buy 2017, no. AXA was there. But when there was a small guarantee via our government, the more for comfort to start. It was post 2018. And Sana, your friend is saying, Yedema Womo started, AXA 4 started. Now, Car Power, when NDC was leaving, Car Power was in Tema, running on HFO. It was the 2018, 2019, and you move with car power, Echo Takrade, to now make it a 450 because it was a 250 plant when it was a 255 plant when it was in Tama. It now became a 450 plant when it went to Takrade. Those are examples that I'm giving you. We have added 50 of solar. Build Power have added 50 megawatts of solar. Okay, so these are things that you can check. Those that have been added to the grid after 2017. Why would I lie to you? You see, easy for I table be at the in chroma time. You're doing a grade no. You're doing. You see, when we are making a conversation, this is what we need to talk about. We make us in show. Say abambia eka say me na me sign agreement, me na me start a conversation no eja ho enti me credit dia eni anka abambia nye bibia bio. I have always said say those agreements were signed by John Dramani Mahama. Nobody will argue with that. But it was added to the grid after 2017.
Okay.
That's the fact.
Okay. But I think that's why they make the argument that they are making. But Mr. Agbe, what was the point that you wanted to create? Because may check U.S. government, almost State Department was statistics on every country. So I was looking for the data from them.
I know.
You don't need to go far. I can actually send you the minister's presentation to the nation.
Okay. Yeah, penny published. Our Energy Commission and
Ghana. If my minister stands in front of the media and make a presentation,
all the other network, our more involved into energy generation in this country. No, almost publish it every year. Make I present before time. Almost publish a report on energy generation.
Why the report? Why the publishing report? Why?
Check the Energy Commission. Check the VRE website.
Yes,
check
the Energy Commission has an outlook. Okay, so you can go and look at the Energy Commission outlook. Go and look at the outlook of 2022 outlook. 2022 outlook, look at the power plants that are there and look at the outlook in 2016 with the power plants that are there. You see a vast difference.
Explain to me whether way you're wrong, and because in the U.S. State Department for no reporter, what they are saying is that your installed capacity of 4,399 megawatts, hydroelectric one 1,580 megawatts, thermal 2,796 megawatts, renewable energy is that's the solar anomaly at the end is 22.5 megawatts. And this is what they have.
But that's old. That's very old.
This is I know. I wanted the 2017. These are 2017 figures.
2024.
Okay, let me tell you one.
Okay, so the amount of megawatts that would have been reported by them in 2017, if it quotes 4,000, okay. The question I would have to ask is that what are they taking into consideration as 4,000? Commissioned or signed PPAs? Because in 2017, we didn't have commissioned power of up to 4,000. We didn't have.
But does the commission make any difference?
Yes, because an American said they are signed any day they can a completely different thing. You sign agreement, but the plant is not ready and putting on the grid. So your fan can grade if somebody takes as in the PPAs that have been signed, the person can say, okay, look, because the government has committed to this power, I am counting it as the power that, because look, Obama had a program called Power for Africa. Now, in doing the Power for Africa, I was in Washington in 2015. At that time, Nona had funding for power. At that time, they had funding for Ankobra mini hydro. Now, the State Department told us their records show that there has been close to 10,000 PPAs that have been committed to by the government at the time. So they don't think that maybe PPA now. At that time, I had an MOU with the Ministry of. I had an MOU with ECG. Okay. So in 2014, 2015, I had an MOU with ECG to generate about 37 megawatts on the Ankobra. Now, the State Department, when we went to apply for power for Obama program, no, they said because they have seen so many PPAs and they have basically factored it in, no, they didn't think the government can take on all those powers. So until the government review those PPAs, no, they will not be able to support. Maybe, and I make us say, yeah, not normally where you go for your information is the Energy Commission Outlook. Energy Commission for Outlook, no, every year they publish it. The 2022 one is the last Energy Outlook. It will tell you the plans that have been that are available in 2022. If you look at the 2016 Outlook, they will tell you the plans that are available. Those are the difference in the ones that have been commissioned.
By the end of January 2024, more than 225 megawatts back on anyway.
Me Pacho can be.
Musi 225 megawatts. This is a report in one of the budget statements.
225. I honestly don't know where that is from. In what?
There was 1,800 normally account. But I'm yet to see that publication on Energy Commission website.
Look, you can go. I have Bacho Utiebe. Me Bacho Utiebe. As I speak to you now, when I come off the phone, I will send it to Efia. Efia can read it out to you, and you see line by line everything that has been added post 2017. You see, people were making the argument say from 2017 till now, no, now do I buy M5 card grade no, but it's not true. It's not true.
Okay. Issue now, Mr. Agbe, what are the issues now? Because I see, can you do something just maintenance issues? And he has explained very soon because they've done what they have to do.
Ma chairman Kojopo Kunyina ho. Sister Fia make will pass during President Kufuor time 2007. Yenya energy crisis. That time, Mikai Passer when you had the cabre, no more tema. Adom FM. No, yes, I interview my man Casama Sumite. Ye parody pastors so monko akoso monko bompaye was sense you no. Muni ada cabre, mudi hunko mo krimu ma ye nyina ye hu ye.
Yeah.
Echemu eba se President Kufuor time and the years our pastor every work pastors in yentie wo mokora bim se. Energy situation no makwa kwagina a friend is saying, damn, we see a bompire. Mean who's abacosam no baby as a baby. If you are in tears, our pastors.
Now, you can't blame them. We are suffered. All they can blame them.
A generation problem. Yes, in Suari, and no more quackina, a cosombo dam was here a bompire. A half funny, yes, I didn't worry us. Near Mekan said, near Kojo Cano, say, situation I a woman, you know, war no moment dear, and yet Dumsor. Na emom no aye maintenance ne ho kwa ne ba mesra minua aye Kojopoku se de wa kwa animu akwa presidential candidate ama na anim no ekosoro ye papa metima aka kire Kojo se ne wo kan wonya aka ma ne kan no ba bia ye wo Dumsor mu ekase papa.
No, Mr. Agbe, to be fair, or something and no can say a Dumsor or no one can say a Dumsor. Because can you
the word Dumsor, like I said to you, Mr. David wants to call it Dumsor. I don't have a problem with it. I Kojopoku have not used that word. What I'm saying to you is that I stay away, I stay away from using that word because Obiani the way I ositiasie. Exactly. But Opesa will catch you. Now, because a Kanya Dumna so a Doom, so I don't have a problem with it. But you see, in that same vein, the word Dumsor, you see, if we want to have a word, one word cannot have multiple meanings. One word only has to mean one thing. Now, if you've listened to the NDC conversation, that's why I say, when you start talking about Dumsor, the conversation becomes political. And I don't like to have political conversations because let me tell you why. NDC have always said, almost solving Dumsor. So if somebody said they solve Dumsor, it means Dumsor doesn't mean say light doom, not like this all. Because we have always in Ghana have light go off and come on.
Light doom, not like this on they solved it. But if it comes back again,
No,
and
no,
the
but
same
if you have a patrol, light has always gone off in Ghana, be it a localized fault or a
yeah, but
national
in
fault.
the kind of
Yeah,
pace now,
but that you can't solve that. How do you solve light a doom light?
but
How do you solve that?
Kojoboku say a year
If
round
you are
counter,
mammy,
and at the time
No, but the point is that hold on. If you are mention starting said Tony, how many times I like be Dumaso? Mention starting to never how long I can be Dumaso. Did they solve that one? That my point is that look, I don't have a problem with somebody saying Dumsor. Let's move on. All I'm saying is that I could don't use that word because I think it has a political connotation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Mr. also then use the word because the word has political connotation.
Oh, he can use it. He can use it. I don't have a problem with it. But I don't use it.
Okay.
Me mom dear, me free his essence in an ado dankwa akwado. Near wa catch the Ghana man in 2014. Who call the tweet account and answer Ghana for more no Twitter. Me make a Twitter account. Who call no more new man penny catch the Ghana for 2014 is it. Nti sa wuti ufie na kanea no yedum ni yeso a nti wunya hu no se eno no yedum so ana say no mampanyi e define edum so a ye nyina no ye hu se oh dum so de sa wuti fie ni yeso kanea no ni yesa dum no a o se yedum so ne wo fa se gabi o kire daako wono so kura to mu nkyene ema ye nyina te se dum so de sa wuti fie ni yedum no na be se 5 minutes yesa so a yedum so say we call Google Crampo, Google Cra register Sade no, ho no. Enti say Chairman Kojopoku, can say one of the won't use sa term no, doom cratchy was won't use sa term no, yet in a say Ghana for dear, yenim say Kania dear, ye doom near sa so your friend so.
Okay.
Zizafia, mammy and can say situation are ye woman Samri no, true. Ye best rabbi say dear. Efurani ada ho obi ehun pepe say situation na ye wo mu no ye wo energy crisis no ni ebetimi aka ne say aban wo ma ne ho nye ha ye man panyin wo ma ne ho nye ha vice presidential candidate Dr. Bawumia wo ma ne ho nye ha no hu no say ye wo election period mu saa no ma yin a ye ka ho asem nyina dum so nyina no amanfo e de kwa adwendwem say aban wei asem a wɔka yɛ na ana obi no saa mre no ɔdane ne ho ayɛ ne ho dua broni anaasɛ wɔbɔ mɔden no asɔbo saa energy situation no am yɛ so yɛ kani a atimi ayɛ den agyina so enti yɛbɛsrɛ wɔ mampanyin sɛ seesei no yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ na ano framantem ensuo fa nkurɔfoɔ bɛyɛ sɛ over 30,000 ɛwɔ hɔ seesei no power situation no ɛnyɛ generation afiri akɔsɔ mu biem emfi asɔgiri plant wɔ hɔ biem efi baabi efi ekese samre no eye fuel a eye se ye de to edigu machines nim aye de begu eye fenisen independent producers no ye betimi a support wo mo no mo atimi aboa a generate enough ye a ye betimi dia support
financial etikasem
oh sister Fia me say we die I need the hope fe say eye fuel sika na aban eni sika obetimi di ato saas ma make enye me nko na make awie ya metie wadamfo Benjamin Boache okotena radio station bi awia asema wo kan enu mu na meso make na pepepe se wo si da bi aye du no eye sika sem eye fuel a ye betimi di egu machines no na independent power producers no omatimi adan enya ayi power na produce amaye na buy the car from Nigeria sa power no a omampanyi before time yenya edifin Nigeria no and also omo the car be se ne ho aban timi nti aye sa na omani nyina kafu a eno ana me yedu sa dum so sister Fia eneme ko University of Ghana ho nenam yedum kane anko aba se emprenum a University of Ghana omontanum light sa say atre kwa yenkura se na no me nam dan ban nyina na omodondum light e wo ho a omo enkrofo ekeka mu wo edu ba bia obi a Ghana ni bia hu se ba bia yadu no e ho to yedum so mu ye wo enti e besra chairman Kojo so wo tu omampanyi ayi efo ana so wo tu ayi his excellency Bawumia fo a won kan kire se situation na ye wo mu wo mo so abudum so ɛno ne
Okay.
yɛhia saa no
Okay,
yɛmpa nansesɛm bia
okay, me person will share the security implication. Yeah, call elections, especially then yeah, internet to cry to me call off near the but me person me read the energy commission report me or say energy commission executive summary no say as of December 26, 2023. This is very, very current. 20 Boxing Day, December year term we are. Ghana's system peak load stood at 3,680 megawatts, representing 4.3% increase from the 2022 recorded peak demand. In 2024, system peak load is estimated to peak at 3.788 megawatts, reflecting a 4.7 increase from 2023 figures. Factors to influence the peak in demand in 2024 include economic growth, increase in load, notably commissioning of ongoing rural electrification initiatives within the ECG and NEPCO distribution zone, aligned with Ghana's goal of achieving universal electrification by the end of 2024. Indeed, I don't know to some extent. This is Energy Commission. Omo executive summary no say as of December year there, na increase omo the account here 4.3 from 2024 there no. Na 2024 is be na wie no. Omo de another 4.7 and e ho. What do you think?
Mr. Fia, Kwajo can say what the 1,800 and more megawatts no more the account generation that no. And here busa no was what best send them out. Was send them out. Mr. Wa Mame can let me check it from Energy Commission. Any VRA in Netco for one was say a no crescent from 2017, ABC 2024, ye woman Abaya Timia generated 1,800 megawatts.
Not just an Energy Commission, I can't tell you are doubting this one, and as I say.
If you are no question, me person me who energy grade no, say me who VRA our website.
Well, Energy Commission, one can say Energy Commission, then I can back with your send them an so my main kind chill. Or can about total installed capacity. Say first, no, not total installed capacity, no. Okay, me shut down. Okay, or see 2021. Nay, I think 2021, nay 5,000. Okay, I'm the free for 2021. No, nay 5,288. Okay, first crown. No, see 2021. He sent it to me like this. 2021. No, first one. No, now installed capacity. I know more. 5,246. And I'm they call 5,288. As of 2023, normally I call 5,367. 5,367. Now it's an installed capacity. Omode aka ho eno no. I don't know. This is what he sent me.
Maybe some number for more VRA ne a friend say Netco ne a ECG.
As a screenshot to him say minim say for no omo table la omo said because he's looking at breakdown of or say AXA AKSA no omo generate 260 megawatts and Asogli generate 180 megawatts. Car power generated 235 megawatts in total. No, ni nyina be see 675 megawatts, and this is 2017. There, 2018. No, na AXA for na increase omo de 110 megawatts account. Car power so send power so de 360 megawatts account. And I'm so say mean energy say MI energy. Almost the 20 megawatts account and to total. ABC 490 as of 2018. 2019, TT2PP 7 megawatts, Amandi 203 megawatts, Sensor added 29 megawatts account in total. 239 megawatts no more count. And in 2020, so early power added 144 megawatts. We dam the 10 megawatts account, and a VRA solar also the 7.5 megawatts account na Chachadu hydro. And so the 0.45 megawatts so become in total no in 2020 no more the 161.55 megawatts and a total we know and in 2021 so Damai Gensa at the 28 megawatts, Buidam the 41 megawatts, VRA at the 10 megawatts and a Ebeka 2020 capacity. No, that's what he sent.
Sister
But
Fia, yeah, now,
also be verify me was
yeah, now what send ya mama na media
send
check
them
from here in other
me send them one no. Me send them one no. But then actually the security issue ya call elections mo no. How do we guarantee that Shasi Ayesha de nya we no? We are going to have stable electricity into a very critical election to say the year come no.
Sister Fia, we dear, metimi aka ne say ebeduru ho no ebia na aban enye sika na ye de aboa ama saa Dumsor na etwam si anye ne saa na eko twentwen so ma election time eso a wan hwe ya ebese na o mapi mempese meka ne say ebia ebe magana fo edi hwamo wa aban no ho be na emetimi aka ne say mi wo gidie say aban betimi aye ntotoye se de ebe ya wo mo betimi asolve Dumsor before election. So we ntimi ansolve from now ekudu be say July na Dumsor no edetu emu a aban bedi no dokono kwa na migiri say wo mo ntena ase e ma sa amfomso no ma say kwadwopoku wo ho inu otu ayi e friend say ayi vice presidential candidate ba omuafo na wo no wantimi anhwe ama aban anhwehwe sika and release sika na ya mfa nko Dumsor yi kwa de a na edu July June ho nko ade a wanhwe ya But
with this kind of capacity, yeah, the US State Department reports also checks on their account. That's what they are reporting. No, it looks like say, and yet maybe as a transmission issue, not distribution issue, that we shouldn't have a problem because this looks like as our capacity. But then when you know, so can you to me do?
Sister, yeah, I don't know money yeme na no. So say what in na say. I don't know ama just me chibuane kwadwo ne kwadwo kanu no kwasem ni.
Yeah, but I think Kojo, I shall say no shot. I mean, he was talking about say capacity near war, but the issue is about maintenance. Say problem be machine be one. It was so mudum na omoye. So that one is not necessarily because we need generation and now we need to come to my kanya. That is because it was say maintenance.
Sister Fie, me we dey me assignment kakra. Busa wadamfo Benjamin Boache. Well, enough information. I was adi we hu e chan me. Ye busa na hwe. Na ye duedue busa na hwe se enye sikasem ena ama sa no ma we eya ato apia na memom de mgiri se sikasem. Ena mgiri se sa maintenance no enye maintenance. Na edi kan kra no a ayi menua ayi ye fa ne say Mahama ayi ni oye electricity company omo managing director. Wo kan ya na mu abrante ni wo keka kono there be wo ya de ya dwen de agro emra akọ kan say maintenance ye no anwumre be 7 o'clock eko 11 pm na na mu say this afia aba bia de nam no abrante no wo ya da ye me hu say electricity company employees ejina po bia ho wo Ghana ha say efia na ajo 7 pm eko 11 pm da nti sa maintenance time no nko a dubik de bae no ama me hu se da bi omu di ho agro omu twa ya ntro fita pa enti se kwadwo kan se maintenance no ho nko ne ba me ni ECG mpanyimfo no bi akasa ni omu ka kire me no different
ECG mpanyimfo not ECG, they are only in charge of distribution, they don't generate.
Yes.
And what are they saying? Almost any distribution problem.
Almost in your boss and they can't do on where politician. Was who a politician, but no politics who has some work on. Nay, can't energy who has some legislation who has some dear. Woman uni so more managing director no, or can legislation who has some work on politics and casa. And
you almost made you a pa because managing director Croyan Sona. Obeka say Mahama Trian electricity, Mahama Deka, he pays his own electricity bill. I know they are not Omukroya, I don't know, because when he said it for Mahama, praising Mahama, say, I'm buying Mahama electricity. Mahama pays his own electricity, no. Where were the same workers who are saying that they do your politics?
And the
ECG boss, no, only in charge of generation. Generation is done by the VRA and the power companies, no. Generation. Even Gridco doesn't do generation. Gridco only does transmission.
No transmission no. Omo koto from VRA ho. Na ECG for no. Omo transmitted the ama yen customers no. Na yeso ya de yakon. Na o ton ade netan bia no. O ka kire omanfo se o kan ko ano ebro ne wo ton no so a na wo di bia na asa wo ye dey
Okay.
wo revenue generation no e yes say to be compensate wo cost a we invest into it na time bia no managing director na small be ka kire yan and wo mo ntimi nkogege nkrofo eso light ne kwa and wo mo ntua ne ho nkoreba why no so light ne kwa ayi wo na yes say wo the system and mechanism eto wa betimi di agege obia because ayi ye fa ne say meter no ECG for na de kobobo nti munim ba bia mo de meters no ekobobo ye aye say mutimi e trace sankrofo no agege obia ho sika nipa kro no power na ewo ho no ehun hia nipa kro no se dum so ba no ho ebe kire no na dia ne be sei ne no ma be sei wontimi nto ne masku ayi no sa no ma nyina nkrofo nim nti obia be pre se obetimi akwakoto power no nti wo ye wa adwen se wo de onkogege na imomu twen se nkrofo mra office na omu me dabi eno de na chese wan kasa no investment na we invest into the power sector no nya nti ase yi.
Okay. Openi mami fa nko briefly on this running mate issue no. Ba omi anfa ne dia metu dia mahama wadi first that de ne dia betu. Of course, NDC you are more presidential candidate that it looks like NDC has done a lot of work ani ade. What do you think?
Mom de mean share den hu kase pa sister fia wa gyejem na wo de as a gender activist no nka ho bi mu a.
Ade.
Me hu ni se san komo no ta di bi. Minim se Ghana for wadamfo ayi ye fa ne se aboaje. Me kai lady bi anu wo rane ayi. Wo rane NGO Women Affairs ne ho kwade ba. First no wo mo ka gender activist wo ne gifty anti no mu ne emaku ahodo. Yes. Say why doctor bibi aboaje.
Okay. Only say onu so onipa enyini onu so onyini won.
Okay.
Onyini.
Ni emetimi aka ne say President Mahama ekamia ye say wo ya ye consistent. Mejiri say wonim ne cheme. Ebi mienu ye gina wa hwe obehwe wo nso a cheme. Enti ma menka ne say we die say ye can say women empowerment na to me now what yama vice presidential candidate Professor Nana Akufo-Addo no esefata wan fa sebi o wan fa oba bia keke ofa oba sima ofa oba panyimu a wasua nwoma akwa animu papa ti say sister fia wo wayere ho na no me hia wo nkrofo bia wo no mo ye law wo jimpa say sister fia wadamfo nam say yankasa market esi ano so ho mo pema wo mo aben na mo asua de se oba timi apagya no ho asua de aye professor enye professor akuma wo
enye kra ne den na obedru
why vice chancellor e public university Kwame Nkrumah si ye University of Cape Coast efi ho aba be minister of state in charge of education na Nyamenchadom Mahama amano vice presidential candidate mejiri se esefata mesre se emahodo se ye gender activist ne sa group no wo ho a ye pese ye te won ka se sa de no ye ade a betimi aboa Ghana oman a wotimu United States na no na Joe Biden so ono so eyi wo basima from the history of America na yenya sa de ne bida and ono so yi wo basima ono so no wo ka no ho enti se ye kan ye se ema ehun hia wa mamuo mu ema constitute be say 52% ne ho kone ba this election a year 2024 ye pese ehun no say eyade ebetimi edinson aso obi aba ebe reflect in the vote na ebe kona na make us pass 2020 NDC for ni bi bremu Professor Jane na Akufo-Addo say central region wono ankasa na ebe bia wofie no wantimi influence ho yie ama o manana do
central region
central region until this time no me hunu say NDC for no omo central region omo cancel from the history of the party efi your friend say Aka time 1996 former President Rawlings yi no womo yi Professor Mills efi ho yi Dr. Misata efi ho ya baba yi Professor Nana Akufo-Addo efi ho womo pese reflect ho nti we are waiting to see say ebia Professor Nana Akufo-Addo na omo yi no ono so ebetimi shake grounds ana ana mehu ayi o maame ayi madam Frima Opare last year mu ho ba bi ana media mensa ze fia say wa woni madwuma ye mensa ka video kama bi a na omo ai wo mo echo lunch no pa say ayi friend say na ayi maame Frima Opare so no ye emma wade mu aye anwum say anwum no no mo di twa kan no enti me hu ne say bi a Dr. Bawumia so wan hwe yi a no ono so akwa akoyi oba e de amaye e ba nsa be ma debate no ayede pa ye ni ehunu say
should the debate be about merely because oba sebe o sebe bru sebe produce and we dem yem from say fanche merely because ye kuta kosie kuma me ye be oba anti that is why we should be there. Shouldn't it be that said the prof there okay waben why adwuma she has a record, you know, and no should be the basis, and not merely because of nipana gender, but because nipana abe, she's bringing something to the table. Candidate and obey any solution here in she said prof the education is only education where or as minister no this is the record that she left at the education and she's solution based and therefore yentumano. Should it just be because because we check on history more a man to mama a man mom to my mama the history of Ghana
no ya dia we need to investigate say e mato abama e mana tambia no utie debate na e ma no bi kan say no kwase mo mo pe e mema wo mo ani eden masculine ye friend say ma wo mo eho oden na emo ma emre ne ho kware menyi sa de ne ntu media de megitu mu no say
and yet the record, if you vote party, and I say analysis. If you look at constituency by constituency, even polling station by polling station, population that on the member doors, you can get it. We should voting party na man in town to my member.
No kwasem na wo kan anu ntin na me de caveat bi ba say ye hwe say Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman no ebetimi a reflected this time because 2020 no NDC for blame Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman say central region no wantimi anwini ho e vote amfa ma NDC ema.
Hello Mr. Agbe. Well, Mr. Agbe ahoma article, we are trying to get back to him now. Yeah, resolve issue. No, but to me to find it a link no and then they to okay ya penny link no bet me join and also watch the wagene. Now me person Mr. Agbe share any views on this security issue. Yeah, co-elections. Man, this is one use drone. Drone now is operating on a frequency. A use data. And the who should cry now 2 weeks. The your data internet now shutting down should show us something. Which is what NDC man assurance. Oh, people should keep calm. On the day, no, nothing will stop the internet. Master, America internet to kind of make sure. 3 weeks ago, America internet went down. Facebook went down. It is a 1 year backup. We don't want NDC to come back and tell us the same story. And I know I say, NDC collected 5 regions in a system. Election were so critical. This election, when you're Ghana, America election or Ghana election, so critical. Say and person be a and to your party, we are buying. Make sure so your homework. Said about be a problem, be amma. By the end of the day, near my banner. Your person wants so no mutie. No more so much check it. No more make it informed decision. Yeah, maybe one year and a bachelor said, that is what I say. I can't do so. Not say the figures. My U.S. State Department, my mom Energy Commission projection and numbers. They will believe it. Yeah, now who is telling the truth? The numbers, the figures are telling the truth. The figures are telling you the truth. Figures nature of the truth, no. What I say, Eric, you can't be doing if Mr. Agbe, NDC, or my who's or NDC. Mon Casse or a security analyst, no, me another a. But Yemo Biasunti assess Mr. Agbe is an NDC. He's not okay. I think Kofone Kase, Mr. Agbe NDC, no business and I Agbe NDC. On your Ghanani, and of course, on your Ghanani, and he has a right to speak. And Eric do consume did you be at them? Sometimes we do what I ignore. And Medina at them be just what can was that shows drink above the person. What you say, you already do that. Say we are not forming a school in Ghana. We are building a nation. Okay, that's also very important. I say Ghana, they are building nation and your school. Michael says if you are Ghana and you invest in solar energy, these are the things about boy solar energy. And yet they are kind of energy say that's the long-term plan, mum dear. Solar energy. Mr. Agbe online to call. What were you saying? So microphone.
Na me kyerɛ sɛ we enye dum so ɛyɛ me ankasa me mfom so ɛna ma ade na edu
Okay.
yes and yeah me mfom so na ma na bai near me can say this election no and you be who say Professor Nana Ukoko Agyeman obetimi influence central region for and say Ghana for dodo na ma amomwetimi ato aba ma omo ama aba be record ama be nsenda ho and say status quo no say the wo kan say e man to aba e mama nka yade a wo Ghana ka me no mi no ye be research afasa ade no say e ma to aba ma e ma na say entesa na 52% a omo ye ma wo Ghana ade ye betimi ahwe sa ade no say 2024 no esa nsenkyere ni betimi aba na ba mi gidi pa say this is fear MPP so wo ma ekukudam a ebi so ye professor anaso omo associate omo serve with MPP omo doctors ahodo e wo ho omo other key women sa omo so no mi gidi say omo adwen mu do a omo betimi aboa enti say Dr. Baumia ahwehwem mi gidi kura say wa mu Dr. Baumia busa wa obetimi aka bibi a kyerɛ nse oba we mi ni na di nkomoda na adwen mu do a obetimi aboa mi gidi say obetimi
I subscribe to ye pe obi obema solution. It's not about oba and aso obema you obema no wadwene or your oba no enipa boni for no obedi esika. It's about who is competent to solve Ghana's problem. Maybe I mean subscribe to say your oba for bank culture merely because of your oba, because a woman too can be incompetent, a woman too can be corrupt, a woman too can be lazy. Many bias say merely because there are issues that will be biased for women, but in issues of say presidency there, I won't remember failure. But it also doesn't mean so baby also know you're competent among she can go, but based on competence, not based on say just because we have a gender that makes us no gender no need correlation between the sex and the brain.
Near wo kan emu odu pa yi near wo kan me no ya adwen pa se sebi enye oba bi akeke ye pe oba wo nimdie a ne nimdie no wo soro a obetimi aboa presidential candidate no amomo atimi asesa Ghana amayen enye se bi a eno an se wo oba ntie nkonto dabi ye pe oba na adwen mu oduo na obetimi aboa equal measure mijiri sese MPP Dr. Baumia ekwa you oba na wo hwe the pedigree of Professor Nana Ukoko Agyeman said you was tie ewo Ghanaian society mu na Dr. Baumia erusu be kofo mu ase okofo oba bi akakada bi menyi ni say Dr. Baumia oba sa ono so be hwe an equal measure oba ni sunsunu emu odu ni nimdie no wo animu a wo sua nwoma was certain pedigree in Ghanaian society no ono so ayi no sente saade a ene yenko ya sentiment mo ne yenko hwe be ma bi a ne mu oduro a obetimi ayeden aboa nti bigidi se presidential candidate of MPP Dr. Baumia onye mfunso because wo yemfunso a ebe ha wonu ankasa na amanyoko ebe ha wonu ankasa because elections no enya de kuma eyese wo yi obi a wo ye competent one na de baye wo say doctor ayi ye fan say wa wunim the den time no can say Mahama is incompetent wo ko yi obi a wo ye incompetent amanfo be refer no say nya wona na wo bra panyi wo ka che say wo ye incompetent na den ne wakwakofo ba aketesi a wonye competent enough nti migiri se wono ano obehwe no mamu yie wa ye ntotoye ame enwe so wo yi oba obeyi oba ne mu oduro a Ghana for no ye nisi simpie so ebeka so oba we di wo sefata eba no saade ye bede na ase because minimum de migidi se e ma do so wo Ghana 52% of Ghanaian population yen for baby and mu oduro a obetimi aboa Dr. Baumia obetimi aboa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no more driving this country to a destination ye nyina ye because it's a fear baby e wono enye maye o na no me tofa wankasa Cote d'Ivoire ofa Cote d'Ivoire na ofa Togo ha yi na wo hwe wo mo lorry akwan a wo mo yi a wo ho isefia isefia wankasa wo yembe hwe ubeka se francophone countries a ni ebu o mabonfia no Cote d'Ivoire he yi ya mo so kro ni buaka ne ho
Cote d'Ivoire GDP crowd was rich in Ghana. Cote d'Ivoire GDP, they came from war. Cote d'Ivoire GDP is higher than Ghana.
Anya agro the way
is higher
Cote
than
d'Ivoire
Ghana.
force
I'm a security issue, no. Elections here, baby, data here, cause. Do you think it was a 1 hour security background? Does it have any security implication for us? World Boss to see a security person. I want him to also join on this issue.
Sister Fia, it has so much of security implication. Nanu ya wa man fefefe with the United States of America. Wahu nanu ni a TikTok your friend is saying China ni a developer as they say after we are US population versus 70 million people and more than that cry. Our moon in Twitter. Nanu woman kasa emra shebedwemu akwa pass emra aka kire say Twitter kra no mo person mo ban because it will affect our national security. Twitter.
Yeah, well, technically, ban. They wanted to almost diversify
regulating.
Yes. Just Chinese government, you know, and
yes. So China and so young fast order. One argument in no. Almost China and young fast order.
About data harvesting. Data no. American citizens data. Twitter app no. It's here conversations near the in our plus social security or GPS location. Like America for in our data, all cost of price, everything is on it. They think this is a national security threat. Yeah.
A national security threat. So a national security threat because you say a lot of information any can say a carbon thing and echo. And to say yet to Ghana, and Ghana and African countries be including South Africa. And fiber cable affect yesi ewunsu asem nko nsu na so de nanso so makenkan was so many websites actually say within West Africa, Central Africa and southern part of Africa no omo na enya sa fiber cable undercut enti ye nyina ye hwe say sa countries na sa no manasi nyina efida esi ye nyina omo the measures etoto ho a womo pese sa de no womo timi resolve no within the shortest possible time enti yebusa Ghana se yempanyimfo no ye ministers no sa kwanya no womo so no anase sa kwan no womo so fa so ana ena metie wadamfo yefenisen eslowusu minister for communication ni okenka dodo no ano sa website nsem a mekenka eno an okenka kire Ghana fo me pese metie se measures ben enna aban no ede to form said the be ya betimi a resolve sa fiber optic cable cut because South Africa for any other countries anymore ya wo ede measures go ho professors e bi tire article cry afa fiber optic cable ayi ho yen den ye so ye the alternative
South Africa for the article me call Egypt no Germany rather. Now, a more company be on the man. It's like a science research company. I'm want build this satellite. Now me busa one of the satellite no more we. More there for Egypt for they are building it for Egypt. Egypt for person more throw more satellite into the sky so that they can control their own data. This is Egypt.
Exactly.
This is Egypt.
And no na ye friend or mine world dream that or mine world dream that no. What the satellite eba share Libya wo ko asi wo ho from 2011 say Libya wo mo power consumption cost ro omo internet consumption omo nam 72% ne ho Ghana ye nam 69 ene ho nkwa ne ba enti amanya wodo ye so progressive say no ma bi omo ye bi omo dwen daache nanso so kamia say sister fi area tinte kwanche he ye o ne ye nkrofo statement nkwa ne ye copy ne ye kenkan kire Ghana for meeting ministers na meeting and say yeah nkrofo adia o ma publish e wo website no na wo kenkan kire enti ye best try empanyim for say
that means that the NDC Kasombe use drones. They are party phone now because they are all going to use the same internet and now is based on this fiber optic. We cannot even be 100% guaranteed this election day. No, internet will not go off. We can't.
me gidi say ye bra panyi anoche wo ma sa de nsi ye nyere nim so wono de nasa ne wo ene wo man panyi na ado kofa no baaye nti ye gidi say obi a waye adwuma o nasa de no kwasem na dwemu do
Uni satellite now uni a year uni. It's not about
enu na
something.
yes wo de ba enu ne ye bra panyi misa anoche yes wo de ba ni etimi nya satellite no enkrofo bi kura ne madam fu bi no wo kan kire me ayi Starlink no so e wo ho ankrofo ka ho asem madam fu no wo kan se sa na o mani nyina technology no wo ho other countries no or mo make good use of it enti samre no ye fi analog system no a ye nyina bibia digitize ye ye hu ne se ye hia sa other sources of fiber optic cables la we no anywhere we no ebetimi adan asha na mu enti
Okay.
ye best say ye ministers no wo mo nye progressive thinkers kakra emfa mayen no ma Ghana ye kuru di animu no samre di ye yaka echi kura dodo ye yaka echi dodo
Okay. Okay. Very well. Well, boss, meaning so we IT person, yeah. Oh, yeah, you America, Minnesota, me boy.
David Texas.
Texas, okay. It's have who IT person. What happened? Ghana, the other course, no. What's the problem? Is it and true say fiber optic is a problem, no?
Yeah, so far the Naya kind is there's this submarine being a catty, the line and all of that. Yeah, na any actual evidence, no, but news sources need us I no more.
It means say because in Ghana and South Africa they are all saying the same thing. Say no na cause. But yeah, going into the election, what we are IT person, yeah, we are IT market, you know. It's a party to say this because you be drones. So you be collect. You don't worry, we are in charge of the internet. Now, Nini also is riding on national one, yeah, or national data, yeah. Is it possible that Obi bet me use another data outside the data na Ghana? Yeah, one. I'm on multimedia monitor elections without any problem. In case a cut offer, what do we do? What do you think?
Yeah, there are alternative solutions to say maybe Wako Ghana, why maybe we'll ride you on AT&T now, why will network no roaming. My pennies on that auto devices a bit my roaming. So say yeah, internet no crack off crack they can be riding on. But sometimes also so roaming, you know, yeah, like a detour, use
Yes,
some backdoor detour
yes,
through internal network.
yeah.
And it say maybe a one location in a honey narco of there you might find issues with that, but not 100% though. But
It's
yeah,
not just even NDC 100% sure will be there. No cry. It may not be possible because of national internet. No, say a glitch be back one. It can even affect because may come because of the say don't get say last election when they collected 5 results, their system crashed. But then no them say a software as them and
yeah,
on data as them. But looking at even data, no cry, no fiber optic thing. How guaranteed can we be? Because Ghana we are relying on other countries, so yeah, dear planke or other countries fiber optic. So, because say oh yeah, the uncle be the call off. Probably we won't be affected. Yeah, in Nigeria and South Africa, no.
yeah. I say the agbe kind, no. I say I'm paying for no more proactive. Say okay, we have been riding on this internet fiber optic for a very long time. Say ubi koshe konebito krubim no kate even our own internal fiber optic cables no krana. What is the alternative? Yenibi. So the other countries now more proactive, no. Even Benin haya they are riding on Elon Musk and Starlink and also. They started somewhere in 2023, yeah.
2014
2014 rather. Okay. So
many Benin for conference will come a friend in Morocco. That was the time 2014. No more cancer idea we want some.
yeah. So EMP no more proactive, but EMP you for no omunye serious. The any alternative be in this to me 20 December crown say there is no international issue crown. Ubi betima ko te baby aye bibisa na omudia reggae election. It's possible. Because anyone is on me back out I can say submarine be as I say fiber optic. No. That's the excuses. And politicians are very good at that.
Okay. Well, at least NDC and MPP for nominal experience in politics, they know all these tricks. They know what is possible. You know, you also can announce why your homework. You don't rely on be 100% because I say don't get say me or can say even software crown. Say if as a party, biggest opposition party, if you cannot manage your own software, then how can we trust you to bet me I manage your alternative internet sources? Obi yes or the we are man crime on we are. So what is because we na omo ko election no bia wo wiemu kakra wo netiko odeko.
Yeah.
Sister Fia no crap 2020 election no na me wo collation center. Me wo collation center bi pa. Ebo be sanajo be 10:30 pe na enkrofo bo modern crash to NDC for ayim. Panyimu ba ko mo lawyer panyim ba ko a na ye nyina ye monitor election no de kire me say hey agbe enkrofo bi a crash into na me say na debia mo de debia schools nko ana mo ma adan na mo ma enkrofo bi timi crash into mo system a mo ntimi anya ayi friend so alternative means wo ayi presidential candidate office wo any other means wo am betimi anya alternative means na mo ama obi atimi abawura ayi momo software a crash mo bibia ntimi ba dan a collective election no mo say ebi o betimi use manual system. That was around 10:30 collation center. Enti we no mejire se a kire ndisi fo mpanyimfo no ebibia momo wen se da bi politics you got to be serious. So obey politics enye moral issue. A serious issue I say wutimi do plans ni na
excuse na no mama me NDC pani bi o US onu develop a system ne your friends saying software NDC de be collation IT department na jantum. So me feel mo excuse na no mama IT for no slept on the job. They slept on the job. Election be you can't say so be a crash. Me cry me IT person me say you you must anticipate even website ordinary website because you say somebody can try to hack it into you think ahead of the person. Now I'm secure or site no. But what who collect a whole resource when secure now see obi na crash they did a lazy job for the party. The party should have sacked the entire IT department. The NDC should have sacked all of them. All of them. They should have sacked them.
Yeah,
because they had opportunity. I know the person. NDC need penny minimum on one the software buy. This is how we can collect. They rejected it from
yeah,
NDC party. No, he was even doing it free for the party. What was not there?
And maybe I don't know this message graphics off no graphics or saying one no.
Graphics is the one who rejected her, you know. That's the main person the graphics and I reject you and pay why and you went to mess up. They should have sacked all of them.
Every 2020 be seen maintaining kakra bi mo
They
Ghana.
should have sacked them. Eduma de obi awoni KPI into one deliver, you just go. Once you sleep on the job, you go.
Yeah, me assure say omo build a robust system because if they omo stress if you afraid be stress testing on komo anka me sure say system no should crash in any way because system I build wa has say test here. It to me testing to let's say 1 million transaction, 2 million, 3 million within 30 seconds, bit more processing 1 million transactions at the same time. And as I test here to that point, I wouldn't say about hitting that threshold. So one year is who confirm for 5 bits in that demo. That's okay, more upload the data and say has a big then you think that you have a robust system there you are deceiving yourself. Ebe do hono na pin sheet be say 100 be bape no ebe crash system.
Yeah. And then what boss now a IT person because a media houses. That's why media. We had a whole expert team led by chief IT person flown from London. Yeah, the Nipani from London. Yeah, Pegania or Tigana because we no debi. Onipani ya big IT company was London. We flew the person from London, Ghana, even 2 months ahead of time. Not to Ghana, no, or yet Nadia. Yeah, tested system, no. Oh, but nobody hacked into our system. Yeah, not TV soon and announced reporting. Somebody was there in the engine room doing all the computation. Results if you collation center way back, not their shame. Results if you polling station, their shame. If you have not their shame. So even if radio station, TV station, we can collate results.
Now a whole political party, IT department, you cannot collect results. Catch them and say, you have slept on the job.
Oh yeah.
The whole party.
Yeah,
Because as he ball was school, Obi him say, we hear mistake our young could be show. Into all failed, you know, say you should cross all your T's and dot all your I's. You don't come back and complain. Now our party executives got now a electoral commission, a strong room. I say, Yamami tea, Yamami biscuit. How can you monitor elections? In the NDC and Kasa going into this election, a lot of internal homework must go on. If they will see, say, obey, and about drones, a lot of internal homework must be done.
If you are drone, no more somebody
almost the drone here monitoring. No more they no crowd sound my home plan. Because drone and your baby I can't bet me a fly. Oh, baby, Mr. Agbe Uko a KJB any nkwanta any cratch Uko fly drone or fly drone.
Now one a befu anoma you drone your baby is anoma.
Fly a mountain Kesiebu or rara if you rara qua or your friend or wife mountain Kesiebi and son what drone no bet me a fly.
How you a sukoko
if you answer my question, almost fly drone, they are monitor what exactly?
Almost some of them monitor polling stations. That's what I heard. That's what I read too.
And then they need microphone on serious. How?
Our party phone patrol.
Omu monitor say to question omudi events na say like what exactly say obi be fi baby abe voting multiple and then me say.
Yeah, that's what I read. Yes.
Mr. V, Madam for the well boss. Who are we IT expert for United States? I then a won't fast him the na one. And farm more political party. No more intimate or more system intimate robust. And no been a man Griffiths. Griffiths or say a man more pamon.
Me katu me computer so my a demo my architecture of how the thing can be collated everything. Many microphone kasaba I saw obi protecting the Juma in some way. Usro say maybe my ideas ne bar maybe be jine Juma finish them so push it back. Meanwhile everything is on my computer here. Bibia
my main cousin who sister fear anase hume uhumi amede obeko ayi friend say former chief of staff Julius Debra sa papa ne de me penasem sister fear betimi do akọ no ho anase me ankasa me de obeko no ho obeboa wa ma sa de wo aka kire ayi Dr. Maneboama
Dr. Ghana they have set you up a meeting so that you meet Julius now at the Musebia this
Maneboama betimi aso me nyi ni say Dr. Maneboama be rabeshe wa ideas e bia na emu no but emu don kwa de am jiri so obe sister fear say wadanfo no Maneboama mo
no munyina say yeah no so no information minister anti communication
me mom there ayi former chief of staff na minim ni ye papa oba na be hume nko ade ne de me kire on fie kwan
no but ade e koso if both NDC and MPP munyina na make say 2020 elections say another NDC man back on ojina kra say oh yes nkokoboa nkofo hohoi very good IT person they did a plan for NDC they rejected it. Yeah, you can't go into an election naked. You cannot go into an election naked. Now they even see, Mommy, read the story. The story said that Greater Accra chairman of NDC, Mano Ashimo, or say electoral commission ECD cannot stop the party from using drones to monitor the elections. It's for monitoring. He said, according to him, the use of drones to monitor the electoral process during the 2024 polls, which he said he's championing, has become a norm in several democracies and is helping to safeguard the integrity of elections. They monitor. He didn't say that all
that. So long as I ever serve you more purpose, yeah, that's fine. But the only thing is that maybe a zone number flying. Is it a zone Ghana aviation at Omar demarcated say okay, this altitude here you cannot fly drones there. Say be new house there. They are
no Ghana will be. Yeah, will be some drones from their health deliveries more altitude they also fly. And they have he said even in the story so more license no from aviation for so that they can do it. But issue I can say, oh yeah, drones 1 million. Nasa one kasa wa mu wani anko police station. Yetim. Yeah, can. Waso be yesi.
Yeah, if yes, I win the problem.
Sa wo di drones 1 million now nipa kwatena electoral commission wrong no konum tia. Waso be yesi. That's the issue. Konum tia electoral commission waso be yesi. You also feel when 24/7. When you come and now no now 24/7. You can't come and cry. But by every so now you call the other issue no Dumsor at the end of the what boss will comment be Mr. Agbe I now at some callers. Why? Thank you so much.
Yo.
Agbe, God bless you. God bless you so much.
If you are questioning about which of them,
Dumsor no me views on it issue now you can watch him now. I think we've said a lot of things, but anything you
part timetable no to Ghana for the way forward. But so yes, I didn't doesn't exist there quite because timetable no what they are release them Ghana for. That's all I can say.
Okay. I mean now at the world boss. One it down, Bosu Mbacho Mamitio. Good evening.
Sister Fia. Good evening, no here for. And I applaud you so much to the extent, sir. You seem to be on top of the issues more than Mr. Abe. To be fair,
Mr. Agbe, no security expert, security pan 18.
In that case, you don't need to venture into an area where your competence level will be tested and be questioned. For instance, unse NPP nina no kasano or the information or the data, but he disagreed. You went further to bring issues instead of say okay. I admit, he still did not try to accept it. Say, I said, you are giving him more education. Oh, education, no. The first doctor, or whatever. There are sometimes, there are technical issues here. You might really not have be conversant with all the issues. And you say, you say, okay, I am ready to learn and I'm ready to accept of other people's opinions. Like debate. And like I said, I applaud you because almost all the issues, matter more. For instance, what boss can be say Benidi. Starlink, the company is called Starlink. Starlink about November 2023, and his question said or some submission said 2014. So what kind of reading our year?
More conference. Until maybe 2014, they have started negotiating with Benin for. But they said they were doing that.
Once he could, the moment a world boss count 2023, no, and one no count so 2014. So it means it's a and actually straightforward. I have to go and research, and I realize November no me. All I'm trying to say is say the person should be prepared because some of us now say consume anything. Maybe I just think say he was so consumed with the propaganda aspect, and the thought process, was not coherent. Said the Abema wetimam deliver. Said
he was just expressing his opinion. He wasn't doing propaganda Monday. He was just expressing his opinion.
Fine. I think that once I've said that, let me just use a minute to say something about the drones issue. Personally, I don't really think that there's any issue. The mere fact is that they all can actually. The mere fact said, who use drone to monitor? What are you monitor or what are you monitoring? Are you monitoring any panel or recording at the end? Say, Ebia obinya wire. I know obinya 10. Young Queen is 01. And I say a bear 10. Are you monitoring that? Train a pooling agent here. Or no, you're competent enough to understand and write numbers. Say be a 10. 10, you bet to my train a 10. You bet to my train a 10 your figures, which is 10 EN. And you bet to my training West. Which of them in the Nippon you're competent enough? Say, you treat 10. It be a uncle and this is what should be the most focal point. And at the end of the day, sometimes we are be a drones you be about to you and a job. It be a correcting a be an 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It be all crana, nebi a sumaba. Omo share ebi omo de call them no mako transmit. These are all the intricacies of elections that NDC needs to teach their they can say coalition people and also polling agents. So at least Ombe recorded the right information and to feed onto a system. For instance, in terms of transmitting the information to a data center, whatever. No, I don't think that even they need extremely robust system. After all, say be a police station A, maybe obinya 15. No, they buy NDC nya 20, NPP nya 30. When you or the more, they can just impute it, even in Excel. They can even do it. And
but they already even have a system on one podium in 2028, 2012. Now, party for Nankasa, they have a system that works. And I think it's the improvement
all they have to do is to make maybe say be a mufri say be inefficiency be no baby. Correct it, make sure say that and system if you for be Anton Chen. Ghana elections, whilst I accept to say a nippon word you man now some people maybe having some diabolical things on Ghana elections, you know, the way the transparency and the vigilance are coming. I don't think the parties, you know, obi lusua obetima kasa obetima attribute a rigging keke. Me and that is it these days.
But transparency no about we ways and means lose guard there.
Me kasa ebi nimtina me kasa etina nipa ho adwuma na wo ye nipa ho adwuma de ye one people ni ho ye one this ni ho and you obi a one interest ya all serve and the person recording. And bear in mind Dr. Baumiamo call 2013 election petition, you know, there were some numbers here. It seems that 220 plus one beer. Until you can see, say, the person recording is critical in all the other It's not about even crime. Make us be a sister if you when you're 20. Now they work say, then you pan or transmit it on that time. No, that's what trying to say when you're 10. Now one say. At that point, you need to transmit exactly what you have captured. Now the command won't call for. By the time we realize, now also.
Okay.
That's what I think I would suggest on that. Thank you.
Mami na so penny, that's a baby no Nathan, where you not to go back. Good evening.
Good evening, sister. If you're Pacho, we be able to
I do my luck now.
Amen. Make sure or tear for or panelists.
Yeah, also.
Maybe why you're confused on better because of party politics. And yet, sister, if you say, I do so issue, then I'm person can't want them first.
Okay.
Sister, if you say, MPP ni NDC for no policy and programs over the last 67 years. Are the crow. Ba say ba be jibusumi akatria no ma je ex gratia na che say yapon. No. Sister Fia, me pesa me do be kwachi 2016. Ye be toaba na Kufuadu as say oyo man panyini o gina simpie so e ka kire ye say me ba Dumsor will be a thing of the past. Ne brofo no kan no. Dumsor will be a thing of the past. And omo ya no be ye magic bi. Magic so encho. Magic doesn't last. A short term thing. On say omo to daddy. Say omo catch say omo say maintenance issue, distribution issue. Say omo kan yema ni bom sa. Omo ni hu kontoa ne kon omo de ahoma asoso. No. Na sister Fie me can say in the last 7 years, MPP government couldn't solve this Dumsor issue. I mean, number catch say maintenance problem. Abba, 67 years.
So Energy Commission reports I'm reading and no say they have increased the generation in their budget population no akosro. But you have a point they're planning so can.
Yes, sister, I didn't think you had see her. And so now my agenda. Some say Dumsor will be a thing of the past. So whether generation, whether maintenance, whether distribution, you should have taken care of that. Now when you want some dada. Now unim sister if you want to room. So 1.5 legacy debt, you know. And no NAD Ghana.
Ebesi ne yentimi nkova sa Canada ye tua de atwa mu na asan pile biem na abeda ho yentimi ntua enti Ghana capacity has never been an issue. Distribution has never been an issue. The issue is that
distribution used to be an issue.
Yes,
distribution used to be in ECG and Kanya Nina almost cables no Kumasi light off a fine old cables if you chroma time. Transmission used to be an issue.
Sister, but the main issue is that no one to fuel me go at the me car me use electric car. Yes, I will problems here some year services along the line over the years. But some uncle charge me car, me to me drive a car in for room. And the yentmin tofu and in gum. Yentmin abaning nisika game. Say IMF boss on and I'm Ghana. Aha, waba Ghana. Also about Ghana, no be my promise kiti currencies na start peja and hokakra. Very good. On my ye tiwa just obi free ni kuro be eden anu asem ebe tuja ansana economy na is stable. Sister here, sadie we say I said 20 abai ebe tu ni this year say sucha. NDCO, NPPO, mumpo mo be bimfa. Na third force here, sister here agenda e ba akope. Ye credible political party. Ye credible group. Ye say ye babe trans ye babe ye be boom mine. Ye the ye babe ye say ye be hwe say asem bi obi aka bia say ye asema ya kan ye be make sure say be ye adwuma obi ye me ye tribal politics enya fe na ye you oba ana bema Ghana ye twem sa de no whereby our political election is based on ye do be free enough gender equality. No, we need policy based political party or a group to lead Ghana. Sister, if you are semano, third force for semano no.
No. Tie. Munni party bia. Okay, good evening.
Stefia Michel.
Major so.
Stefia na what to say?
Yeah, what's it?
Stefia energy na person me kan kakra. I think sir Mr. Aguero energy in some of the kind or the amanyosem.
Can there.
Stefia obey amanyosem o see ka. Also security expert. Fine. Oba enka no na nko meka na nye odi coffee fa ye nyina ye nim say Stefia. O hwe Mahama time. O kasa no si dum say oho e dum so kese pa Stefia oboa. E wom say dum so e Ghana but Stefia de o kan ye mo aye won dwuma ofie ni ade no. Stefia dey compare that time Mahama time ni na esunsunye bebre wom e wom say light ni de o mu dum no but Stefia na wi mo sister station ba committee esep Ghana obeka sa na asem
Benjamin Boache
asema obeka na no na Mr. Nso ka no Kojopoku ka no the same thing but on say the thing is who are ben mu a who can send bebre o ha so say the nipa besi afa no ohun dear Mr. Beka no Kojopoku beka no niam omusiesie niam bi na omusiesie na no pre na Ghana nso no yesiesie energy no say yesiesie baby a den a yebedum baby enti ano de ade a o say eba na
ba ya mankofo obuafu ni say nditi time no mu dum asiesie no ma mo chance kra o
Stefia any time o mu dum asiesie for 4 years
but say na we see our crisis na nsuo na re
Stefia there be question me bisa unyima no me say this time na no mu dum asiesie na for 4 years
no NDC there na nye siesie there was a crisis 10
and
years
also except guys so abeka the same thing ana MPP man e ka no the same thing also beka but abani no say omoba out no mo be kire Ghana for say your situation ye wo mu ni na Ghana for ne ti omo ase eno there no matter what we only panel so far as so what point do obeko fi only light in kwa de we den obe complaining because at the end of the day no at the end of the month no otua ento also expect say tua na otua no so onya ehwo mfaso enti ano nko de but also abani ba out na energy for mo pa no be chire mu chire e oman for no na Mr. Agbensu make comment say na Jane and are competent near the stay no pray say maame no as a individual or no a private life there maame no ayebi by a ba man you say maame no or incompetent maame no
was starting.
oh sister if you am you say was started there obey minister ye hunu nsa no adwuma energy minister keduru baby kra chalk common chalk kra na Ghana nya na ye nya bi mfa nkyerem kra de enti ano agbe no this ambulance obekeka on come NDC fo a obeka say duru baby NDC drones no waka ho asem obi a oye IT expert na ondi nanim no mfa no ko NDC fo stuff ya look drones na NDC fo kano NDC fo I think say omunye serious stuff ya election there pulling agents na also training omo pulling agents na stuff ya training omo because me am tie stuff ya 96 na me agent 2004 time 2004 by na me agent e osubi the way omo see training any ade no stuff ya deliver nti omo agents na also omo timi training omo na enye say wo di drones na stuff ya drones no air run na etwa no obi kotuna ba na etwa nipa na na
and a breach of privacy because the auto abandon they have to do it in private.
Thank you. Eti ano NDC for ni nya de omo keka na omo training omo agents no.
Okay.
Na omo systems no omo fa ntutu ye. So dey be ya omo betimi omo results no betimi aye but so we can say drones ni ade there doesn't make sense.
Okay, mami now.
Steph ya me that's it.
Me so me that's of okay. Mini would you know Fne then Francis yana.
Mpatane. Steph ya me chia.
Yeah, Joseph.
Me chia busa kwenya. Me meka kaka Dumsor no. Steph ya hwe. O man Ghana na down Dumsor no ho. A proper plan ya ye because Dumsor started way back. And also this and also hu say Ghana no emu tre. Instead of say politicians no mobile umbenya long-term planning edamaye no almost anokutu bi na ye say you nantwie edanan animu awo na ase no eda so bola suja nti wonte kakra bi within 1 2 3 years na assign action tibium also mo transit because and how Ghana na their structure city no when it comes to sanoma we dey because for abrewo ho because of say and now how is CCC done? We share baby to say Kumasi, never cop may share Kumasi abrepo Barakasi Council. First, na Ushima Mamfumu Nano, na a dine enu honum by nano. Acquire Manako Barakasi. The way CCC done, yes, structure was anomaly nano. It's a Ebema Tendiano, ebe problems to him in so a quine because you need proper planning. Emfa on my nto obi aye bibia sope e ba sa na tem bia no problem no etu ntwa da ye besre edu time o say ye nya proper planning even say assassin mpo say abanya info beka na abana nkasa beje edan no si a story building eto aso be 20 be 15 nipa ba occupy no e ba occupy nipa be bre ho no ma e be chen say obi asini de sope sa no
nti Province na wo no
e pa chamo Abu Dhabi
mu kromo Abu Dhabi won say de o mu 69 no in fact Dubai Abu Dhabi police support asemo ya wo ken makasa o ntie na me I just got tired of saying it because Ghana to say the okay you stretch your resource electricity cable o trianko free barikesi ko ebia en fanse mensia ko barikesi hwekwa ewom na so senka we see apartment America over New York and then be wo your friend no your friend saying Tracy Towers Ghana for crab bebre wo nipa good flat no ay over 5,000 and this electricity utumi hwe so one because him say cable ahoma wo de be share electricity na bia kosoro na asamba for that's it the whole cast one nipa na bet na one apartment the whole nipa ni take a na one apartment inti ka kwan obey be a 4 square ka kwan by your best that way we han we tua ni na wo say de ka kwan ko waste of resources
inti how are you planning ni titi there e be ma sa ho kire we no e kwan ensuo ni light no ye be koso face sa problems no because you need proper planning Ghana na yetim kasi yesi affordable housing. Ye be wie no na escapona ni politicians na mo bi da no ma san jiafa. Sometimes o dro ma ase sabi o ase ye nunu ye ho ya san asre ye ho. Nti be de na sa problem we e be solve. Anka ban wo ye sa project we say no. Na nka o de ma ye na sabi afi a ye develop nta ye afi na obi copy sikato asase na wakɔtɛn new site baabi ɔsɔ ɔtwɛn light ne nyinaa ma saa nɔɔma wei ɛnsolve problem yɛbɛsrɛ ɔmo nhyɛ asɛm nya proper planning ma ɔman no na ɔman no ntumi fa ntoma pɛɛpɛ mɛda ase.
Francis wey the American say piao asɛm na waka no yɛnyɛ proper planning because the way sisi adan ne deɛ brɛ ya na yɛbɛbrɛ. Brother Nathan, good evening.
Evening, Stefia.
Mbajo minti o boss.
Okay, me pese me kan yema miensa. Di kan ye power problem a ye face ewo Ghana. Adeɛ baako ne sɛ Stefia wo hye ase no wo ka asɛm bi. Wo hwɛ ɔmanpanyin kofo abrɛ so a sɛ nipa wo bɔbra na wo ka no kora wo ho nkyerɛw. But wo hwɛ this current MPP administration a atoro ne dɔɔso. Ɔmanpanyin kofo aban no atoro no na anim saa. Ahokyere ba ye no ɔman ne te sɛ ahokyere aba. But this current administration atoro no dɔɔso nti ɛma ɔmo ho kyere wɔn. Yɛbɛsrɛ atoro no ɛma MPP sa administration we party no ɛsɛe ɔman no so sɛe.
Inti expose atoro no bi expose the what you say is atoro no bi.
Atoro no bi sɛ sika na ani hɔ a mo de bɛtɔ fuel ɛde power your friends saa yɛ plant na ɛsɛ mo ka woni sika na sɛ wo ka kyerɛ wo ba sɛ wo school fees bra so ɛsɛ me kotua sika ni wonti nya abotre metua ma wa akoma to yam but mo de kɔhyɛ sɛ we a sister Fia sɛ wo de sɛ wan ka no korɛ ɛwɔ ade bi a wo ya da bia wo ho kyerɛw atoro ne dɔso mo nka no korɛ sɛ problem say na ɛwɔ hɔ ɛyɛ dum so a ɛyɛ dum so de sɛ deɛ odi ka ka ayɛ no in fact wo ne ɛyɛ friend say Mr. Kojopoku kasa no uputu kyerɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ dum so anase nyɛ dum so ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛkɔ straight forward nti yɛbɛsrɛ saa ban wei ɔma no kora nya adwuma na ɔman no mpuntuo ma na party no nso animonyam yɛ dan ɛmmerɛ mu deɛ ɛtɔ so bie mu nso digitization a yɛka ho asɛm sister Fia me ne wo kasa yi me wife ɛyɛ nurse ni ɛwɔ Western North Sahwi sister Fia network system nyɛ. How can digitization work without network? Because want to mean digitize BB, wabra network in your juma. Since I'm no case nurse for more Western North. Omu pin, omu to me assess our Western North region. Just a takrade. I don't say. Just a takrade. You are talking about digitization. Wabra wa creative region. Omu to me assess pin. Just a takrade. Oh, abanu omanu krenya juma. Me wife program bia okọ awota ne makọhwe nkwala no currently me ye adwuma odunkwa. Nti wo mu kọ workshop bia me kọhwe nkwala no ade bi obeye bia eye seminar se wontimi nkwa no asoma me. Ena no kra no opese oye course bi UCC. Takrade na me kọ form ewo takrade post office. Me kọ form free Sahwi.
Ina na so to me download it on online no download keke so bisan ko usan free dunkwa ko takrade koto.
Very good because of network in Yajuma. It's your best rabbi no omo network system and so as digitization no aye Juma and this digitization aye kan ho asem network nya sister Fia enya Juma.
Okay.
Anya nkrankwan ne Ghana.
Yeah, that's true.
Ebi on mo tenkran wo fi se nkrankwan ne Ghana. Anya nkrankwan ne Ghana. Last 3 years MTN for be project for almost girls in ICT. Yes, our workshop no Western North. But I want to say because of our network in Yenti, anya juma. It's your best rabbi no MPP abino, your best there. Oh man, 1, 2, 2. The atosu biem, abano wa semwa ye kano. Your best say will be a baby any. Mekai 2020. Me metuma about takwa. Takwa na metuma ba. Takwa ne yeti ansa na me yiri wi esku de ne call Western North okoye adwuma sa wo hwe de call so a NDC for so mama omani da ho a enkamerekudu ka wanwini seat no because already na NDC ni leading 100 votes but NDC for ni am ho Sister Fia, NDC for any and what said ya wokano, and your drone you did win election. Other MPP or NDC. So what am when you na wa ever for was say. Sister Fia, Yamimo Nyansa Nian what then fire Juma.
That's Yanko Sharp, Branita, Yanko Sharp, Branita, no. What I am, Pacho, good evening.
Good evening, my dear. I'm Popo dear.
Adomara kwa also.
Yanko part of Boko.
Pacho into you.
I'm say a light in a dear. San I'm say a becon because Bibiana, I quest a dear politics in a dear. Said ye, a dear woman. Ibiano was the bay.
It is for that, no.
No.
Yeah, you're Ghana for Nankasa.
Yamina Ghana, the Viana Mekan, Ghana, no, Yamina no. I quite say, ye party no ne, ye in Pebiano, Omo, answer na party na ba answer na Ghana akwelas ti say ye nyi sade na mfiri ho ama Ghana mmeribia Ghana any kind dia saa na be koso because MPP ye de ye ATNDC nti ye dum so na neba mo mo fa nko say bi scan any ho scan ni ho mo nka no kore nkyere ye say de man panyi kufo ba ye ohun sa ho kyere o ka say enuan aho kyere ba obia yemi ebe etim no obia tiase but de bia no mo ko esa say ye de doji bi na say de ko say na say maintenance other than the Bia young quiet maintenance. You so much, but so me and Sunny Mida. Maintenance been here 2010. Ah, the back room if you am maybe with fear now, which is a wee way door because a for or ECG, a for light for almost ye several patcho, ye, force Aviaba, ye be ye, you do light in 30 minutes, and how dear, Ubu some say, Hammy. And I'm sure every answer no do 30 minutes to ground so one was sorry Bobia do so be say or do for just 30 minutes higher oh na so mon kwa de mo ye maintenance it me take 2 months 3 months 4 months ko de na maintenance
okay
maintenance intimi nchesa
yo
enti no so mo hwe no mo kana kure nche e na first running mate aso mo kan de running mate de me first ba o me bit me ni sisi a emze pressure egu no so do so enti menye sure say obetime enti NDC for the no so no be ka say ma me nyen incompetent nipa no wonya medi so enti obedem so competent na so wonya incompetent enti no inya say nyankopon emwaye na ye ankasa Ghana no ye nipa etim ye ntimi ya dwene ntimi sisa ni ntimi emwa ma Ghana no ntumpon
yo ene wakasa pa ya dwene sisa ko nipa na egu ma dwen monne ana make us obi me father-in-law auto him books ama asori Methodist yo e hokro magbu no 10 million workers na ye Methodist workers ye to him book abwa another Methodist branch no ade ye 2 million or 3 million o magbu no 1,000 Ghana extra egum we ye ya na ye ka politician ye nipa no ya dwene nye brad mama mintie wa good evening
good evening Steph ya host bia wako
Adam
Dedi kame fan free NDC for ayin so e drone no mo ka say if you offer NDC for the past year now omo ntimi quality omo resource proper wa her last 2016 na omo quality akwa na ECG akwa no mti aso wanya biscuit ya mani biscuit ankan 2022 the same thing omo san koye ano sisa omo yes omo ntimi quality omo resource na sa ko pay for to be nti am say omo kasa no omo mi say omo nhyeda nyo omo fie adwuma yi ansana ba but je bia no mo de breme ma omo na ba na say ba but most no omo kasa no omo fie adwuma no omo nyane yi ko say drone na mo de kwa drone fa so bi edi so mfa so bi no ba the best option was omo yene say they have to go into the electoral area omo monitor omo resource no bibia yi no mo nyo bia omo nyamo IT expert no ntimi mo mo but say mo de drone de enkwaya fi drone de enyenye bi kwa mo kotwa obi etwa abapa na mo de drone kotwa illegal say obi etwa ba na o de kotwa emena say we mutuma we ma kotaka no illegal so they have to stop all those things and I hwe abai ni mususu ayi de anado ankasa no wabe failure to the NPP and the government itself because hwe nyama be bro promises obey na entro ni mani mo mbeka ni na wo fail oba wa say oba omo ye if corrupt for na obi oba ma chichi nkofo agum oba o say omo fo nkofo iska me mabam wo be diska be but ono na bam ya kichi nkofo bebre awom if even including sister that Panakasam. Oh, it's coming about a good name, baby sisters go on your way. You can't, I don't almost see a chair, mamma. If you don't, would have said that a chair, mamma, or see, mamma, when me say, oh, I dear, okay, you'll go sent from Abba. I didn't know who president who say, mammy, bit me from Abba, because we knew the air was underground.
I think every
I
so
didn't
the
be
man
working.
on the brow when he see dada says Cecilia da pano physical dada. And perhaps when evidence mom
Yeah, but if your office come now, if you was a sanitation minister, his kind of demand of parliament, if you over a year, the sanitation in a so how got this out Donna, I was at a compared second, maybe September and more Ghana. A move fini, a move swear, time pie, yes, I could.
but that
And
also
I call
doesn't
no
mean
book.
just because Sikana ya their money ministry so mo fanye your man fanye adwuma ntia no na woni dem. Oko court now you be asem.
And the old me,
you show correlation.
and the old,
Because the fact
yeah,
that we
but
feel when a human na demand doesn't mean that the human musika and then one of them. You must establish a link between the two.
yeah, it's about the ministry of Abana Casan and Nakasan, or a failure. Because I know I see I it's about I found a Baumian running mate to be, you know. Only see how no Jomama Nana Jane Mesa or a professor, pure professor Casa, education, I'm sorry, education. And to see an Obaumian is or the pressure about torso. It's either so Ubenya will be on my many caliber, a pet, and I say so you be on my men or chair my men. Because one could you be on my many pa. When say my men on said I knew fully, though I am Minister of Education, near Yamape, but see over government in Abesunum, and they on Shada and Yabis. But social Musia NPP anyone Akasana. Because of me, Mamusia say, Madame Fremont Pare, and he was like now, Namatiso Mudi. But Fremont Pare, would the Fremont Pare bar, NPP will lose definitely because my men only a chief of staff. And make it or a chief of staff into all the DCs, MCs, and ministers, they are all under this woman. Into Senado, ever prosper in government more if you chief of staff. As I say, others not to be not be a chief of staff. And my man was not small, a good father, ma'am, and a good father by then a fairly. And it's a woman not find a pet. Totally, what fairly. And a Muslim, one thing say Muslim Pankasano, or moon pet or bars or baby jumps. It was what shy by more. We have no. It's not
right. Oh, yeah, running mate on dinner. So,
I want to say, Omu say, who president Oba, most winning will be the vice is going to take in charge. In case you have traveled outside the country, Oba will be taking charge. But some Muslims want to say, first, Russia, Omu Peso or baby Abby Johnson. That's why
Muslims, but I mean, Nimo Honeside, in the old honey and jam or sumno. It may speculate and jam or sumno.
Okay, what you whether a jama. But it's kind of the kind of here. You see, as I say, one thing say, Obia and this form of drones, our monitor this kind of elections outside, in and outside of the election. You have to stop all this. You have to monitor the thing properly. So, money down. Because one money now, about yes, you can be no medium. The Dia only be big 1 or 2 days before baby. Now, I don't say you have to be vigilant. They have to make sure say they care for Omaka somewhere you are no quality the proper thing. And some of them, Omaba, they say they have to use the drones and monitor those people for illegal, which is not going to work. It's a very watch.
Budget, budget. Good evening.
Good evening, Sylvia.
No, who voice number day?
Oh, yeah. Is a friend of mine.
Good.
Yeah. I'm the Debiame Musuevu Kakra from a topics. But Mamoshama kind of Ghana, yes, you mean you, but you know, but proper planning the proper planning the Ghana, ye fin. Yeah, share ye clean Ghana. You how we be see ye clean. Since motor riders na from no cardan. Mazi NDC wo how we be use one MPP wo how we be use one. Now on I be most suggestion measure ba. Nye dem that Okada fun wo botuma wa ya 10 motors ni nya ya na bobo ya enwa bobo ya na. Mebe muhunde binimu was a twi mazi ifi
yeah what
nti sɛ government de repɛ dɛ ɔyɛ unbound aboboyan unbound motor riders no na mmom sɛ pɛ adwuma a na register ho nyaa under Zoom Lion and ne contractors say one obia wana ID what ye juma wubutum ye benya tax from each and every one American it's masa motorizers yeah dama abobo yan onhia da meba wasi so ye nukuro so ye nukuro was minister bi no kakra ma wa ye twa onyi da wa kra bio
Abobo yano.
Inya motos na wa Ghana no iya ya bo convert na ya abobo ya no ya na abobo ya wo ka for border na wo bo cover da orungu
okay very well
na one month time what the baye what the botching dama eyini nya na another one maybe so in there ezban wa Ghana na ezban in Ghana
Ejiban di Ghana the everyday be Ejiban wo Ghana the at least we know that for sure because of Afran plains or there's food.
Okay. And see who there is sini bim a Greek minister no one says beni nyoma nankasa kotu ezban or the bar a ne ministries who is the
No, the issue was about transport. Transport no a problem.
Transporting into on your problem. And that transporting or ye easy in chankano food distribution style in it. Mensonko.
Food distribution on you will be a way good that.
Enjoy ye bought to me ye be a government in in Jima ye best set up transport. What's about my contract? Right, contract, you know. Hello.
You tell we flow.
Contract now was about man. And with the ahana year one. Yeah, you need only tractor, trailer, company na no wabamo trailer. Inche district ibia benye ni trailer. No am contract. Waba Ghana one the motor
was a corruption because even boiler the government here what the Zoom line upon a cheap corruption assemble. In TCC abaya and there a free market. Ibialapa no waka fanada ba. But the problem need them coffee greedy. Or kafa Carl no cry one CDA. Obodo akra. Also me fa Carl no 100 Ghana not that to do.
On the marriage there say private grandpa ye was sala ye is by ye bon monitor one. Say there sisia even at all a crown there one equal laboni ne to tomantisa osonobo eba bobro shine boto tomantisa osonobo why there yenye scale.
It's a free market system of penny. Until Chrome or the man or it's a free market system.
Say free market. Say yeah. The transport, the food distribution here American. Say government ne oba mesika articulators here, trailers here, ya bayan wo Ghana when you hear the bakra.
Okay.
Ya bayan wo tama. What you articulate Eba magazine, what you articulator, then was a tractor was our call why a networker wobotuma kende Cape Coast, one kafa by Kintampo. Cape Coast doesn't need to go all the way to Kintampo.
Okay, somebody will and bring it. Okay.
Or the best Kumasi drop and hook. Yep, Yazinchinifi Elmina. Ibia wenyanchin wo techiman wo de kesi kumasa no kumasa zeko enwa wo madama lincoln na itifu what no aha wo hiadam no wo zeko aha wo ebondi ebenyas
surprisingly all this kind of agri issue you are raising it's not even come up in this election. It's so far campaign awali ye bia my promise nobody has even thought about
wonya nezi enwo de wo pe adza wo benye sika efim but yanso ya amon dama suggestions here wonyimu
but we Ghana for nature won hono ankejete we Ghana for nature won in dem dey onye won see you One what can Baumia, you have failed. Yeah, no, I'm incompetent. The man will pay. It's Ghana
But
for no
sir,
problem.
it's
We
a
don't like
young,
issues, sir. Almost solve the problem.
young, I quite remember them in a Mary or boys. Oh, you need man, Chrissy, you need man, so may concrete work be a one bamby as you was here, Baba. Namasana upon for taximbra. Mosha wana womba, Mokraya, Wugu Abaza, what's walk up Bana, NDC. Simple was when you scan. Ko t-shirt no akobo bana mo.
Nja wo boba na wo bama ho 110 wa mo apete
Wo mo
so
t-shirt pe wo mo sika wo mo t-shirt.
wo mo wa sika de wo mo ho bi we dey say o wo di wo mo sika de wo mo bi 55 wa mo apete so aka ho
Anti
aka mo da wa say ai ya adwen no wo dey change on Bob Malika emancipation from mental slavery ni enjoy apete no onye 1 cedi na 2 cedi na onye t-shirt ni eji mi enwa
because say yanya dama ihe nkasa ye wo country no mun. Won hu ye value. De bia ye bokọ akakrazi wo baby. But ye nkasa ye butum ya ye hanzi internally. Ya ye hanzi ye generating ye sika wa taxing en wo Ghana ho.
yo our mamanda was the Uncle Jet. Ugana for no what one day. Why you no do them level yo? One city no begging up you na. Bra Michael, good evening.
Even though step here, I'm pas up on
Adum. Ana dia make me boy. Yeah, the bia pedi e beje di t-shirt. Yeah,
Step
zuwe
here,
ya be ko abawie ni ekum 4. Ni ekum 5. Ni ekum
entire
6.
ho credit, entire ho edin to obi nya NDC atare MPP atare a obetumi ase ne fie miensa.
Me na make catch wo.
Nti wo chantare na wa ma obi bi e wo yem krase ni bi. Wan hwe ye no kra no nti no ne na busu nya beto achi because yeah, when you atare no obetumi ase ne be 4 years, 5 years na ja won so dey atin hot so. Step here, make akra make can say you know Ghana say pa na yempani for no the way a omusi ye no. Why ni ebeka say sebi wo betina de no so na hian because obi a obey corruption bi obe ye betina ye behu say we kasem ya akodi ni pensem de enkoye bia no ye kan yes nipa na bone brother then why na eba na hian because omunye obi abone bra na obi a woni sika na sika ira ni ehu de ye de be hye ne de a say na ombeko so awia ye o because oti nipa na wa bone bra nipa na eba no woni hwe ba oti ne nko ade a wa bone bra MPP for the DNDC MPP ni NDC ni free so say ya MPP for free so say ya NDC for the omo ye corrupt no MPP for enya NDC bass to say Kim omo ba sha sia benyeska omo so ba ya corrupt omo ye corrupt na mo te so mo nya corrupt ba mo free so dia obi obet na so nya corrupt and say mo ye hwan ye beti ne pa MPP ni NDC it's corruption no dey yam fight you na Ghana ye problem ba ku sister ye ohiani stubborn proud ye niska on by ye penny phone omanum nsem ene omanum kasa no omo mane yesterday ase ye dada bi ye wosika bia omo hyebo a omo susu hyebo omo hyebo a sebi
oh anya okay
nyansani nyansa bia ni omo bohye ni nya akoye se ye kan sema kese a ye nya nu honum stef ya ade bia e wo wiase bia no e time ene determine say one for time and determine ade na ye wa adwen say wo de gidi ana say wo de minim eba kwa akoye ade a tem bia be feel de eku Ghana no ye ni ade a ye de time na determine say okay ade we ma memfa measure we into so in meme time no say mentumi anya hwe but esan you can say ade na da ho no ma ye de aka ye nioma ho nti no say even 10 years plan ye be ya nipa no be ba 10 years no obeba be complete ama ye nti ye wo ye plan yeah, anytime be a day ado. And to say a kufu ado be. Was about Mahama was one shop on the 12 be a yard because who was about 10 no 4 born or Diamaya, Steph, yeah. At 4 born or Diamaya, no here to 4 born and no crown want to mean you have from put on the time or so. It's a waste of time. Many folks say, I dear Bakumi, no, in here Ghana. Not ya near ye. Now, ya Kikabon Bibra, Ghana and Enkoso. Now more can't be about Zoom Lion. Your problem here now is you cannot centralize Zoom Lion. It doesn't make sense. You cannot centralize. You can't say waste management. It doesn't make sense. And yes, you decentralize waste. How can say Obi Wokumase? Na company ba kupena ana Zoom Lion Kumase waste. Obi Takrade company ba kuna. About that company no
so my zone into my change in zone
better make rather me feel say yes ye BM
na companies near day edos na the competition aye day aba eba sana money makon wano dan say tembiano company wachi chem said ya kra na ni nya na sinti no ono na etua nipa dodo se nipa ne 300,000 300 a year ono na etua nti at least yem biem na other companies in sunya day in rem last one I'm the chat to yourself ya Ghana say
Ibrahim yache also
Mr. wa man say Ghana nti say a disaster this year ye wo baby a ye de ye ho be fa na ti say ye mfa ne say baby a anka ye say nsu ato abro so nti ehonum ye emergency place a ye de be ko aje asem kroti American ye sa internet here breaking akra ye
will be nkruma ye ga tema kra ye will be ni atonton fa
yes ye ma ye ni ba because we are
you emergency your green belt near the earthquake areas at least high point I'm waiting me a call near the buy a ton fa see who's that I put you chat on
yes ye ma ye ni bre because the niema ye no se bibi atorensem ketwa bi sigan o hwe de call so Bota region hwe classroom ne nkofo na ye said that when ya no ye say ye aban no ne dadwen eni kwan say
blame me about no man for no so can me say abia bia ye be see ye dey your money ye dey be politics ye o man for no see who say green belt me ya wo metema green belt aye you ye nyina it was supposed to be like say earthquake see and be danger see a honey areas and come designate and see that ho a green areas e sisi on the parks near the ya koton ye Ghana for no aban kwanton ya beti any way to wakoton area way for so wakoton be the kiosk be the container because we containers meant to abama ya say ya didn't yet my bro so no you can money at the zone yes me fa we cry but who fear when him cry snow turn out the snow no one take o walk we cry o ye becho baga na kwachi obi we na no we record e pam nkofo ahun nkofo obi dey in container ko si school o ya nichu mobe e wo mini nichu mobe enti ko container si baby a ope ya nye papa
say ye di anosu achi a ye di anosu achi a enya ye nkonti se mra no na ye say ye adwuma
e wo se ala no ye tia yen
that's it mra no na ye say ye adwuma ye say mra no adwuma mra no nya adwuma dia ye be ko mra no nya adwuma ye be ko so abre enti no omo ma mra no nya adwuma because minim say si container no esi ba bi anye na wuyi to say the man Accra minister ya na wo kan enuma bebre a oyi ye no ya bo na baso but election bebe manu ko yi obi ade hwe MPP for na akra beka say hey jai ya nya sa o man no ne dia ya no
no nya no ma stop papa ni start fefe net so eje adwuma no bra metema bewe Patrick de so no no tetema bi bra tema be ni nyina dare containers nkroma tema adare containers oba ya bo ambacho good evening.
Good evening, Mama. Sister Fia, me pacha, what is saying?
Yeah, we are over now, so over internet not to over. Me too, Kapa, I'm the way not to corner.
Otiminkan.
Yeah, too, Kapa, I'm Patokasa.
Okay. I'm saying, and some no, I be brave, Ghana and pain be brave, no. The program wa you wanna know. Your kasa ba action is
Now, yeah, I'm off on the other number.
Ure na mi nua bi kasa na o se ono UK ono electricity yebedum no kakra ampo no ye ban fie ebebusa an se electricity yebedum enti no hawa na but the one can money say electricity nipa no ebusa no enya aban o private company na a private company na run electric system enya aban adwuma so one is run electricity system so be abenya also private investors na yes adwuma because private investors come sika be wura mu a omo ebeye efficient ahwese baby electricity ko biara no sika say e free ho ba no ebeba omo sabeka omo ye adwuma per profit. Now, Ghana, if you have a pre, Nipan bebre, you should let this year. Sometimes I am fault. You want to crown the AJ, this is you want to crown or be. Those need the
oh, if I have internet
workers above a conquer for fear. Now, the greasy on my palms. In the sort of scan, I come out easy, you know. No, I just a crash and no nice, you know. Or mind be anywhere electricity, open the woman that be efficiently provided. A buy a juma. And the until say a bill said, no matter what, and you're buying as well yet. I was here my whole point. Now private investors, a bad one musica, a bisham, no me any year. Now almost them, if I use electricity, yeah, a my man, near Tiana, I hear no. Yabacoso, Anya Dumsor, yes, as a sat. Everything I buy a money said, on as already said, Bema on my man in electricity, a private company, and I was.
Oh, fire boy, I know network not to go. Brother Patrick, I don't want me to.
Sister, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope so. Put me there.
Adumaya.
A groom on somebody. It's a can't be that. Now, near me, one say of everything that is happening now, you zero in on elections. Not just say the only thing important to us, no, election. Because internet are cut off. So Ghana nimbi wa Ghana. Na ebia nyamia na dom when ya cloud engineering juma with any foreign company onye juma. We are not thinking about that. The livelihood is gone. We are all zeroing in on the effect of the internet on election.
No, but to be fair, this everybody was talking about the other aspect. Yeah, they were talking about.
Yeah, but that is where, to me, that is where our focus should be, because Ghana, it is not only about election. Our lives go beyond that. So if we are thinking that is what will be incorporated into our planning, so that say any election year nkwana politician be kwanya mayen, and then election year kra nkwana you say project where you complete, because on my money here that project even before the election year. Internet as there are several ways for us to do that. Fiber optics, from what I've from the checks, as some people have alluded to, a cable be a cut underneath, and the most person affected is Ivory Coast. Then Ghana, Ivory Coast is the severely affected. Ghana is highly affected. Nigeria, they were affected, but it is not to the point it will affect their productivity. But outside of that, Amazon has laid cable all over the world.
Amazon for
in every.
What happened with US a couple of weeks ago? No, with AT&T and Verizon, no, it was different. Okay, I know that. I think a satellite, because I don't know. US
AT&T and Verizon,
not fiber optic.
That is completely different. That was a phone call. I know your call. It has nothing to do with internet. It
happened in the internet. Yeah, states. And say the internet too went off.
That is if AT&T or Verizon is the provider of your internet service. So a different company they provide, because it's only affected phone calls. It did not affect those who have that as a service.
Okay.
But because the primary thing is that is the basis of AWS, Amazon Web Services. That's the basis. Basis no. On one network, the entire world. Okay. In Africa,
but no price not that a threat. Say, now made it to Facebook. Make us say, if one company network the entire world, if something happens, because I was thinking of some conspiracy theory. We say this thing could be like a global scheme to test. No. It's not.
No, that is where we are going to. That's where the world is moving to. Web services.
And that's what I was thinking. Said there could be like maybe it's a war on data system. It could be like the third world. Okay,
because service no war. Say Russia-Ukraine war background poor. You are not worried about equipment.
Okay.
I was building a data center during the pandemic. My project delayed because of equipment. With AWS services, Amazon exceeded that. And when I say high, I said down high. Service now you can. And you say, where's the see dying?
And why infrastructure now, or you just buy it?
Exactly. And when I say you here hotel and you hear down, we hear no akopenim. What is important about it that is that we a small business we bet me I have the internet site because you won't have the capacity or the money to build a data center. They've already built it for you. All you have to do is rent it. I said it is just an air than ya. Dependence dana dada. Nya peno no ako high, never to ya hoka. We film away film.
If you Ghana need access to the Amazon for any other these third party companies, what can Ghana do? You know, because
yeah, so that is what I'm saying that yeah, and I make us the technology already exists. And amazingly, we have the inventor of fiber optics being the native of the land. He's the inventor, he's the native of the land. Sure, the second person now by UK, no, fellow IT, or can say why your proposal is being rejected. I know several Ghanaians. I know a Ghanaian now developing a centralized medical software that they were trying to pilot it in Ghana. Say, na ebia uko confirm.
She said, "Oh, we are hacking the laptop. Yeah, they have a system.
Yes.
Resource and
exactly. But they rejected it in Ghana. Why? Omuya proposal no more agree a ministry almost sunny be the last point, almost from CEO Debbie. Yeah, where they were 10%. This is where the problem is. The people, our own people, almost penny man be a fee baby bebano. Because Sanchanim the bar a ye omudia any extra money and I say extra benefit no munye fi jumemu honom a ye fi ho. So when Dr. Baumia initiated the electronic passport, within 6 months, that system collapsed. Why? Because that system took away somebody's trouble. So this is where the problem is. Solution now, but we will not go for it because somebody is feeling say solution way bad. Me extra benefit This is the whole thing. Because internet we have several internet service providers that can extend internet to Ghana. The fiber that is laid is just one company laying it. There are other fibers all over in the sea. Companies are laying fiber every day. So it is not
we can get another alternative, but I'm only
there are big companies that are laying direct we call it direct connection or direct gateway connection to their data centers to any other part in the world. So those things, and there are third-party companies that have already laid it. All you have to do is you pay for it, and then they will provide it for you. It's there. It's there. So yena ya limit ya ho yedi adwuma na yedi ade na ma obako fo so onu nkwedi. Say your friend is saying say Zoom Lion dia obi kan yi. Mimi neighbor ni trash nipa or managing the waste management company you're different. Your turn the so you're different. Mimi the about Wednesday, only the about Monday, obi so the about Friday. Ain't yen no a monotonous. Obia your pet. Because
you can baby I'm Zoom Lion on a fat baller no almost zone it is. There's no longer
so those are the things that we need to encourage. And my final pitch was to the conversation about energy. See, the dishonesty that we have as a people is the reason why we remain the same way. When the first speaker came, you can see, sir, he's speaking a lot of sense. But what he needed to do is at least give credit to the previous administration, sir. These people did a good work because the provision they made, now you say we don't have SSO, which means at least they thought and they brought in SS, even though it was expensive. So that means it was a difficult time, but they actually went to work because the truth of the matter was that energy problem that we had in that era was not caused by that person. It is our lack of inability to build upon the grid that caused it. But when the other people came to speak, they spoke, say, oh, Muhammad India, LRC 2 years, but and then they are crediting the energy expert. They say, yeah, but the energy expert was also saying that he was saying the same thing in that time at Mahama. It's that one that they didn't believe that one. They didn't give credit to that one. Say maybe so our dishonesty is the problem. Because we have a general national problem that should be taken off political platform. The conversation he had today was a very intelligent conversation. Let's pardon our brother who came on because he came on as an energy expert, but he came to he spoke as a layman. Let nobody credit him as a but let's focus on the main issue that the guy spoke about. And let us sit down as a people and try to harness energy, because at the end of the day, it affects whether it is Dumsor defined by Ekufuado or Dumsor defined by Mahama, it is light off.
It is still Dumsor.
That's the point. So how do we solve it? Yeah, how do we solve it as a nation?
But I buy the idea now. Can I say we have to give Mahama credit? So Onipa or drink cocaine and Otumika say, you hear energy 100 and but metal 200 at all. Expensive, but metal 200 at all because it's chima. Because imagine excess capacity with Mahama. By now, can we have issues? But even with the excess capacity, you must have building on it. Imagine when you came, there was no excess capacity. And by now, we'll have another crisis. What I
so
mean, politics in you can't give Mahama credit. Maybe I say Mahama solve it Dumsor and son of no, but the truth of the matter is there was extensive effort that Mahama team, invested. Granted, said, okay, not boarding. Yamani baby, one more so Mahama signing contracting baby who were not generating the
some to area.
Exactly. Emergency.
Yes.
Now, okay, what the area? We are better para, better biko, better I mean be better. But no meaning idea, but when you want to wait that one, yes, away with it because it's part of the process. One IT when I'm getting a process, in seeking the solution. We must give Bahama credit. That work that they did. Now we are not experiencing a crisis, no matter the building on our building on. Because to think about even generating an excess is forward thinking. And
but me, what I was waiting to ask him is what is, since he is the energy expert on Baomia's team, he should lay down for us Baomia's energy plan.
Because but I think that we'll ask him again. What is the plan? I asked him what is his plan.
Those are the critical things that we need, because Mahama Baye Esiye Ekufuado Aba ye who say ABC won so wo ba in hihye na wo de atu akwan mu eni enam eni da so hu ni a wo hu in hihye be na wo de atu akwan mu ka kire yen.
Okay,
I was saying who, because we cannot be living in the same problem as a cycle. So to me, that was the only.
Okay, Patrick, I'm saying internet next time to take all. He busa question every day to busa question be. Now internet need to take all. Okay. Erudite question. I know, but I say she completely disagrees with me. Now we don't need to buy power when we are not paying for it. Technically, you are paying for it in the long term, because without that solution, now Mahama and Kabana, I feel I will pay company. I feel I will sign a contract. I feel I will coach in a feasibility near there. All that work has been done for Unim. Because we are all short-term thinking. We don't appreciate long-term vision.
Minka Bibi, in IT, we call something disaster recovery. In IT, every IT department, every IT company, every business must have a disaster recovery, because disaster is inevitable. We have big companies, all the major 500 Fortune 500 companies, they have a center where they have computers laid down, everything laid down. Your power only pay. Why? It is there for a BBC or main officer. for them to go to those, they call them disaster recovery centers. Say, why is the company wasting money for disaster recovery center since there is nobody there? There are people who get paid. I've worked in those one of those data centers before, where I only go there to check the server, reboot the server, make sure that the server is up to date and it is replicating data. That is all I go there to do. I go there within 30 minutes, I'm done with my work. Make sure that the power grid, everything is up. And it's a big old building with chairs, headphones, computers, and everything. Why? It is there for a reason. Well, and your problem, no. Because we only think about the now. We don't think about the future. Unkuma Junesa, Anka Temamoto Eketite Yache. Anka Temakro, the way Nkrumah laid that pattern, the population have quadrupled in Tema, but it is still able to sustain because what? Obibeka society am now, you know. Ghana ni Obibeka sa denti na utu amra kesiye we, untu ne kete mane bo anyefo. But when he did it, it has sustained us today. Yeah. So our inability to think projectively ahead of time, no. Ain't na debi aye ko sopi. But sopi no so no. Na cost ye more. Bisa unsa adenti na wokwa okoto emu a oto botona ni boy fo. Since obekwa koto no pack every day. Why? That is the reason why. So
even sometimes it's expensive class, sometimes the solution, no, our Benjamin is better that way. Mamina now say Patrick. We all agree on a that on here you say but Nkrumah did that in an affordable cost. So let's talk in context. Yes, Nkrumah, you don't know what Nkrumah did that in affordable. Go and check the records. Nkrumah motorway near them. They accused him. In fact, they said Nkrumah was wasting money. Nkrumah factory so in fact motorway no come say Nkrumah wasting car. We didn't need that kind of road. Today motorway they did 50 years. Motorway and a lifespan was supposed to last for 50 years. Motorway net 50 years. I expired, but still it is serving us. Into whom now here contest. Sometimes I will see a planet into the future. People are going into the moon. America for moon is they call research into the moon. They are not benefiting now, but Ochinano omubenya benefit. And the solution here. The research and for malaria they are not researching for today, for 20 years to come. But I mean, I'm joining here with just media so and you have an highlight radio, NASFA radio, Kings Jersey radio, and for media, and me got you FM. Now this has been okay. 101.7 FM. Ewo Shepard Abeka Junction. I said, come production team, DOP, Edibedi Akone, Mr. Kojo Hansi, DJ All Black. Thank you so much. Your family Bim Lady Affair Poker. Next week, you best sign up to us with another edition. Thank you. Wednesday, back. And also more fire near day ebeba. One share you can go back and watch the videos. Bibian say she so I know so your choice. In fact, that's why we have a choice, you know. So thank you so much for joining us. Munina mo do movie subano. We send the messages near day. Even sometimes we disagree and agree, but it's beautiful. That is the beauty of Argentina. So that we can all disagree and agree and use amalgamation of knowledge, you know, to build on mind. That's good. What you are saying? Benjamin Opoku message number and but thank you so much. Thank you. We are disagreeing, but it's beautiful. That's why. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any more message? Prince. Thank you. Also send there. Some of them we all disagree, but it's good. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night. Why? Good night.